just started streaming as soon as you said it. So I'm live now.
Oh, it gives me an ad that allegedly.
Support me. Where my money at?
What nerd hub is that?
If you want it, yeah. If you want it, you get home. I need to start posting this more on my social media.
You probably should.
Yeah. I be forgetting sometimes. I don't really be touching my phone like that.
Huh.
Always put out a tweet just before you go live, and then when you upload the video.
Oh, that's smart.
Oh my lord, Steam is still acting stupid. Alright.
Alright, let me turn this up.
Guess we're gonna be playing Madden.
Colombian and French? That's wild.
Alright, I'm on the stream right now. I think. Okay.
You say
Just do your
okay?
sound check, and then I'll let you know if anyone sounds low.
Alright, Blitz, go ahead and say something.
Testing.
Chef?
Yep.
Wolf?
Yeah, I think it's good.
I'm in this Tetris 99.
And SSJ.
Lima Charlie.
It's this nigga. Alright. Alright.
Why you gonna be such a dick?
To clarify, Lima Charlie is the radio answer you get when you're doing a radio check, and it means loud and clear.
Oh, military.
Alright.
What did he say?
Lima Charlie.
Lima Charlie meaning all clear. Or loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
You know, I'm gonna just say Roger.
Yeah, what does 10-9er mean, Marty?
It can mean many things, but it's not military use, really.
So niggas don't know what they're talking about when they say
No.
Roger 10-9er?
No.
That must be police talk then.
Yeah, it sounds more
10-9er
like
sounds-
a police call.
That's pig talk. I feel that.
Big lad.
We love our men and women in uniform,
As long as they don't shoot us.
which they probably will. So, but you know, this is a corp trying to get sponsored out here. So, you know.
Imagine you get sponsored by police officers.
No, but we're just trying to get sponsors. Period. So
Oh,
probably help if we.
This nigga Trance is weird.
What happened?
Hi.
This
Now
nigga,
what he-
yo, he eating a whole baguette.
Raw,
What's that?
He's literally
Is this
just hold
the
on.
meat?
Nah, peep this
like with no toppings
in
or anything.
in general, bruh. This man just eating a whole. This man bands right now. Look. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, is that bread?
No, he's just
That's fine.
he's just eating bread like. What's wrong with him, yo?
I do that sometimes. Struggles,
Look at
man.
his face.
Yo, he's just eating bread. Yo,
Crazy.
yo, you good? Alright, Jesus Christ, you
Yo,
gonna go ahead
edit
and
that out
get
when
this.
we put it up on YouTube. Yeah.
I'm gonna use it for a stream highlight though, for sure. Alright.
That's funny.
Wow, he really is just. Wow.
He turned that joint up too. Alright,
Wow.
we can go ahead and get this podcast started. Alright, let me get a swig of water real quick.
In 5, 3, 2, 1.
What is up, everybody? Kenpachi Stream Podcast, episode 19. We're one episode away from 20, the big 2-0, you feel me? And it's a long time coming, and the journey's not going to stop. So, that being said, we have some. These are all pretty much usual suspects on the podcast, and be real with you. We have our main man Blitz. Say what's up.
Yo, it's a zoo to get into the Nintendo eShop right now. I'm trying to download Banjo-Kazooie for Smash. It's crazy. I'm probably gonna wait another hour or so.
Feel that. Chef.
Oh,
Oh. Huh? Oh, you this
make
thing.
one for.
Alright,
That's
alright. Chef, what about you, my man? Say what's up to the people.
Hey, hi.
I feel that. Wolf. The usual guest on the I was about to say a guest on the suspect. Alright. A guest on a guest on the podcast. Say what's up, bro.
I'm in this Tetris 99.
Hey, sing it. SSJ.
Am I a
This nigga
suspect
say
'cause I'm black?
no. Just say hi, yo.
We talked about this.
Yeah, come on.
What's up?
Feel that. Alright, so getting this joint started. we gonna go ahead head straight into it. First news we got is from our favorite game company,
EA?
CD. Yo,
This guy's-
yo,
Oh,
yo,
this
yo.
guy-
Oh, you think you got jokes, huh?
What's that? What does that mean? Never thought we was gonna laugh.
All right. That being said, SJ, I'm gonna need you to leave.
I got you.
All right. But CD Projekt Red, they have just announced that multiplayer is in the works.
Wait.
Now, me, that leaves a lot of options open. We're just, is it gonna be co-op? Is there gonna be some type of, like, I don't know. Dare I say, PvP? I don't know. Is it gonna be like,
No.
oh
It's
no,
gonna-
oh no.
I mean, I don't think so.
It won't be there at launch. It'll be there later. They say they may try to. They trying to do it. That's what they're saying.
True. What do you think they could do with the PvP? Let's start with Blitz.
From a PvP aspect, I feel like it would just be like GTA Online. To be honest,
True.
but just better.
That's all they need to do, honestly.
But honestly, I feel like this game doesn't even really need multiplayer.
It definitely doesn't.
If the single player is as immersive as advertised, they don't really need multiplayer. It'd just be an added bonus. Do you think the one thing that I just thought of, if they, I guess they are doing multiplayer, do you think they'll sell this as like a separate expansion or just?
I would think so.
update?
I hope so.
I would
they
think
can
so.
get some extra cash.
But I could see them doing it, but I could also see them just dropping a free update like, "Yo, like this is something we're working on. Y'all just have fun with it, enjoy."
Do you think it would be like a Fortnite type beat where it's like, all right, you buy the I guess the single player aspect of it, but the multiplayer is like some small where it can, be free, just put it out to the
get it.
public.
Battle Royale is anything but small.
Nah, I don't. Maybe not like a battle royale, but something just multiplayer based.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. I feel like it'd be like a GTA Online where it's like you can do some of the stuff that you can do in single player, but it's with your friends.
Mhm.
Like you could do like heists or hell, if we're talking about PvP, maybe start like gang war. That'd be dope. If you
That
could
that
make
would
would
be
be good.
nice.
Actually,
That would be
like start your own
tough.
gangs and just have turf wars.
Yeah,
That
that would be
pretty
tough as
sick.
shit.
That would be pretty
Yeah.
sick.
Chef, what about you? What do you think the multiplayer is gonna be?
I don't even know if they would do GTA with it because they said that this the map for this game is smaller than The Witcher 3, even though it's a lot more robust than The Witcher 3.
So do you think just because it's smaller, it's gonna take away from the, I guess, is immersiveness a word? Is that?
Yeah,
This
because the whole game is going to be first person aspect.
okay.
But the fuck.
Yeah,
The I don't think it'll need multiplayer, but if they did multiplayer, to just I don't know what they would do with it.
yeah. Again, I don't think it needs it, but I
Yeah.
guess since it's something that we're working on, I'm just curious as to what it would be like. So
Yeah.
yeah, they say we confirm multiplayer is in the works, so they're working on it.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, cause there's a lot of stuff they can do.
Yo, start like a gang.
The gang war idea is pretty nice, yo.
It'd just be like BDO. You can join a guild. You can
Just pull up
declare
on
war
niggas.
other people. Just fight niggas.
Yo, drive-bys? Hold
Hey,
on.
cut.
Yo, low key.
Mm.
Drive-bys. Chef throwing 64 gang signs at once, yo. That's something different, yo. I don't know.
Robotic hands.
Low key, yo, Chef, don't that sound lit, bro?
Nah, I don't know, bro. That might get me shot up tenfold.
I mean,
with
probably,
Cyberpunk.
but that's what you got that's what you got the
Probably.
gang for. You feel me?
Exactly.
I mean, I would imagine they would put in some restrictions on it where you can't just be griefing people.
Yeah.
Nah.
I mean, that's the one thing that you kind of run into, especially if it's open world multiplayer, like PvP stuff like that. You don't want to be griefed all the time. That'll make you not want to play the game.
When you get some, niggas just run your pockets every time.
Yeah, just.
That's what you get in GTA.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like,
have
can you
a-
imagine
have
like you just
passive
trying
mode
to
in
like?
GTA.
Well, I'm hoping it's not like GTA Online where you're just trying to do stuff. Like if it's like it keeps a separate server to where it's like you can either have do all the online stuff without other people in it, or you can do everything like where everyone else is in there. Because you imagine just trying to like just do something on your own on the online server, and then someone keeps hacking you.
Some might just hit you with a car and you just on your way to a story
Fly
mission
over.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Wolf.
it's-
Oh, What are you about to
No,
say?
I'm good. No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. Wolf, what about you? What do
I
you
might the idea of a GTA styled cyberpunk is probably the best idea that they can actually do, but I'm more thinking of just more lobby based activities similar to kind of like a Halo or just any type of fucking first person thing where it would be maybe different classes, something small, maybe different classes of like one's hacker, one's like a brute, um, where you could just kind of pick and choose. It could be maybe semi-competitive, or it could just be like straight up a party game where they could just be like I don't know bowling or racing.
bowling? It's funny.
Or maybe just straight up like it's a like an open world,
Yeah.
and then they probably like if people are kind of happy with this open world thing, they can integrate it into like some turf war style like Planet Side 2 type shit where you could just like kind of join a specific gang.
Planet Side
Yeah.
2, there's like 100 people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
gonna
it's
melt
like
everything in your house. Every electronic in your house is done.
but more like you pick a side and you essentially fight on that specific server or these different turf wars, so you can actually just straight up like duke it out and hack and all that. I don't know.
Oh, you know what? You know what they did? They can do the same thing that Watch Dogs did. Because Watch Dogs was the
That's
most simplest
right.
multiplayer of all time, but they had like
Oh
they had
yeah.
co-op missions you can do together.
Mhm.
Aside from all the hacking that you could do, I mean, it was just simple stuff doing co-op missions basically in an open world hub.
For me, the key selling point is definitely not the multiplayer. I'm not getting.
We ain't even
Cyberpunk
worried about
2077.
that, to be
Yeah.
honest.
No,
I mean, yeah, like I said, the multiplayer is an added bonus, but since they're working on it, I'm just wondering what.
I'm
they
not gonna
can do
front.
with
I'm here to turn into a furry. That's it. Next
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Fair enough.
All right, all right. Yeah,
it.
I wonder if
Hey,
they
get it
gonna
how
do
you
those
live, I
options.
guess.
yeah.
Next person.
Mako in for it, bro. We
Hey,
here.
you know what? I can't even stop him.
I ain't stopping him. You stopping the message, Jay?
Nah.
All right. What you think, SJ? You've been quiet. What you thinking, bro?
I mean, y'all were saying everything I was thinking. At least mostly.
Damn. So you gonna let
I
niggas
was
speak
just
for you, or like?
no. I was just thinking to myself, like honestly, a lot of other companies need to like talk to Rockstar because like their multiplayer has always been like people play that for years. I remember I playing GTA 4 months, a year over, GTA 5. Like when did it come out? PS3 or PS4 early?
PS3.
PS.
PS3, it was last
Yeah.
gen.
Came
Yeah,
out
so yeah, I played it on.
2013.
I have like 5 copies of it from each console. So
Yeah, I'm not falling for that again. I'm GTA 5 on. I'm not doing that again.
yeah,
And
I mean
PC.
it took a while for it to get the missions it really needed, but it was still fun. You know, you get the homies and you just go around just fucking around. I mean, that's always fun.
Yeah.
So their formula is proven. So I think more people should take from that formula.
Yeah, I feel like for CD Projekt Red, I feel like that particular doesn't really fit what they envision. So, I mean, I don't know if they've done any other multiplayer game modes in their games, but I trust them to come up with something decent. Again, most people we're not playing this for the player. It's all about that player experience. This is just an added bonus.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I feel like one thing CD can do since like you have the Switch, which is like kind of an investment, at least for like to get good games. And we recently, for Nintendo Switch users, they recently got a good investment. Or they got their money's worth, with Astral Chain and other stuff like Marty said with GTA, how like the missions came out sooner. Maybe they can. This is an investment if you get the multiplayer, where it's like, okay, they add certain components and stuff, where it's like, all right, we're giving you the plate. We not done cooking the food yet. You feel me? Like we gonna add. We know you hungry, so we gonna add. You know, when we're done with the stuff. But this is just the starter. You know, this is
this
just
is
the
another
foundation.
meal. They're telling us about another meal before.
Yeah,
giving us-
this is the
Yeah.
dessert. Yeah, this is like, all right, this is what we have. You know, we're gonna give it to you after, you know, you like all the food that you're about to get. You know, so I think they. I don't want to. I don't kind of want to predict what they're doing, but maybe just an idea that they could do that. Just something to build upon with the multiplayer. And in that case, the building is as good as how they built the single player, I would not completely mind that. I feel like that would be a pretty good idea,
Yeah, for
just to
sure.
build upon the multiplayer like that.
Did Saints Row 2 have multiplayer?
Saints Row 2, I think
Yeah.
it did.
I'm not sure. I
Three,
never
four,
played
four
Saints Row
definitely did,
2.
but 2, I think.
They co-developed Saints Row 2.
I can't wait for Saints Row 5 or what. They're working on that.
Yeah.
I hope it's not like the fourth. The third was good. The fourth,
I like the fourth one. It wasn't as good as the third one because I had more fun after I beat the game and turned off all the superpowers. The four was okay, but it was more like 3.5.
there's just too much going on in 4.
Yeah. Well,
I still fuck with it. But
yeah, for sure. It just wasn't as engaging as 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully that turns out good. What did y'all think of the gameplay footage
I was
they
just
put out
about to
earlier?
ask that.
I think the video is up.
Yeah, the video is
Yeah.
on the stream
The
right
deep
now.
dive.
What was it? Where they went through the different like play styles, the brute play style and the stealth. Yeah, I
that
fucked with that.
15-minute stream.
I honestly need a refresher.
Dang, this
because
reminds
it
me
was
like after track practice, bro, hitting that ice bath.
Yeah, that's just pretty interesting. I feel like it's I didn't play The Witcher or any other Witcher, but I know they give you the what's the word I'm looking for? Damn.
Freedom.
Options. Yeah, freedom. They give you the freedom to play how you want to play, and it seems like, and I enjoy games that do that. So
Oh,
it's gonna
she
be like I
tripping.
can play balance.
Oh.
I can go this skill tree, that skill tree, or I can do both. You know what I'm saying? I do enjoy that customization aspect. So
Yeah, it seems
I'm
they're giving
definitely
you a
gonna
lot
fuck
of
with it.
freedom as far as because they keep saying there's no class system. There's no there's 3 like categories, but they don't really restrict you to just like
One thing.
Netrunner or just fucking brute or whatever. Like
Mhm.
you can mix and match all the skills from all 3 categories just to play however you want. Whether you want to be like a stealth type and espionage and hack everything, or you just want to pull up and just shoot niggas all day. Like, which I might just do because I always like to do a combination of just about everything. Because I feel like I always like to be like well balanced in my
Yeah.
customization. So
I want to see how entertaining it is to be a pacifist in this universe.
Pacifist.
Considering-
that is very tempting because I think they said you can beat the game without killing anyone.
Yep, you can beat the game without killing anybody. and you can beat the
If
game
I
without-
said I'm like you can do that, Wolf. Let me not watch you see how that. Because I'm gonna be Killmonger.
Nah,
Anybody
I'm,
look at me wrong, I'm belting them.
yo, you know that Taki move where she stabbed you in the neck? That's gonna be me.
Nobody
It's actually
is
not a
safe.
bad way to play it. I play Mafia 3 that way. Everybody you can non-lethal. I did that, and then I played.
Was you able to finish the whole game?
Yeah,
Play-
they're like obviously there are some like story missions you have to kill a person, but every other option you have, you can non-lethal kill people, and I did that. And then Metal Gear Solid 1 through 4, I did those non-lethal, so I was using stuns and kicks and shit. Tell me how that took forever. And all the boss fights in Metal Gear Solid games, you can do non-lethal as well. It just takes longer. So I fucks with that option because I like to challenge myself.
Yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, I'm not gonna do. Somebody look at me the wrong way. Yeah, you're done.
I played the whole of Watch Dogs 2 pretty much playing in passive mode because I felt a little disconnect between like trying to kill anybody and then everyone's like, oh yeah, happy-go-lucky, we're hackers, lol. But,
Oh yeah, that dynamic was weird.
Yeah.
It was pretty weird, so I'm looking forward to trying to be a passive, maybe a passive aggressive type man. I don't know. It's
I feel like that story route will have you dancing on the edge to where like it's gonna get hella tense, and like if you say or do the wrong thing, like it'll fuck you up and you'll have to kill someone. But like if you are really careful on the choices that you make, then you can actually get through it. 'Cause, like how can you go like that whole like ghetto area where they had like all the Haitians are at? Like how you supposed to be able to go?
How you know they're Haitians, bro?
That's where they are. That's what they said. Yeah, they are. That's what they
Really?
said. I'm like,
Yeah.
they
That's
said it in
tough.
the video.
The Voodoo Boys?
How
They're
do-
called
when
Voodoo
you-
Boys,
When you go through
bruh?
their turf, like, because this
Voodoo
is supposed to be
Boys.
like the rough side of town. Like, how you supposed to get through that without hurting it?
Hey,
there
just
go
keep
the
your head
You gotta
down.
get a bulletproof car. No,
Yeah,
you
and
get a
the
bulletproof
gang is
car.
called the Voodoo Boys. I didn't say that; they did.
They
Just keep,
they said
just keep your head
they
down.
said you gotta get a bulletproof car or a very fast bike in order to pass through.
We ain't stopping for nothing.
You know
Man,
what I
I'm
hope?
finna hop out the car and get the bussing.
Man,
So,
shit
so
gonna
you
be
know how in
shooting and throwing up
GTA,
gang signs. It's different, yeah.
Yeah.
do you know how in GTA you can walk by people and give them a greeting or give them a fucking
Just
like a
say something
respectful,
like
yeah,
Yeah.
say something good or bad. It's far fetched, but I really hope they can do that in this game. Like somebody
I
says
wouldn't be.
something
I
to you
wouldn't
and
put
then
it
you have
past
an
them.
option.
I definitely wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised with the amount of creative stuff they came up with. Just like
Yeah.
literally the whole idea of cyberpunk is just it's like Blitz said, it's not far fetched. So they probably
Like,
have something implemented like that already.
That'd be
yeah, I
pretty
wouldn't be
dope.
surprised at all because this is supposed to be like the most immersive world for a game of its type that we've seen probably ever. So like, I feel like every NPC conversation that you have is significant. So
Yeah, these Haitians buff as shit though. God damn.
that's what they say. Yeah,
they
they're
ain't
Haitian.
they ain't fucking around.
They're,
Bro.
yeah, they moved. Yeah, because apparently I guess over time. Because I think this takes place what? Oh, 2077 shit.
Yeah.
I think they said by the early 2070s, like the whole island of Haiti was just gone. So it's just like they didn't have anywhere else to go, pretty much.
Yeah.
I
This-
think
Wait
that's-
to hear that
That's
backstory.
tough.
yeah. So
Yeah,
it
that's
should be very interesting. I'm looking forward to it for sure.
most definitely. That's
It's voodoo boys.
it's quite different, I must say. Anyway, I know Blitz probably has it, but can y'all run the game? Talking
Yeah, of
about all
course.
these. Alright, you can run the game. What about you, SSJ?
My next PC will, yes, most
That
likely. I mean,
voice
I can
crack,
probably
damn,
run.
you good, bro?
I can probably run medium, but max, yeah, my next PC will.
True, true.
I mean, Aaron said it. I feel like this is coming out on console too, so they have to make it to where it runs on that too. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, in order for it to play this game, and I think in the way it was intended to be played, that's why you have to kind of get a high end PC.
Yeah, I definitely wanna. Cause when does this come out? This comes out. Is it this year?
April.
Next year.
Next year. All right, bet. So I should
Was
be.
it March or May? I think it's March. Oh, okay.
If it was coming out this year, it wouldn't be no Borderlands 3.
High key. I would get Borderlands. You got me for that 1 month.
That's it.
Yeah, I'll
You
definitely.
speed run the story.
I
Yeah,
will
we got
definitely be ready then. With the graphics card and new CPU and everything, I'll be straight. But
I'll be getting a 2080 for the load too.
yeah, most definitely when that come around, I'm
Yeah.
gonna
I
get
think they
that.
have some deals going on for that right now.
What else was it? Oh, customization. What y'all got planned?
You already got my answer. I'm
Yo.
fucked.
All right, yeah.
Wait, is that legit an option?
From
It'll-
what I heard is that there are what's the word? Prosthetics and
Oh, okay.
altercations that you can actually change into an exotic animal of your choice.
That's
the
tough.
fuck did they say something like that?
I remember there was something like that. I could. I'll see if I can try to.
I mean,
No,
I wouldn't be surprised
let
because
me find it, let me
apparently
find it,
it was
okay?
a big. Apparently, it was a big deal that I guess your character is they'll have non-binary gender options. So, I guess
Hey,
I'm making a Killmonger. That's all.
I'm making me,
Cyberpunk
which is
an
a little
option.
techie, but
Jokes aside, I probably will be making a full kind of. I do want to get all the prosthetics to see if I can try to experience because there's a thing in the 2020 ones where it's like like it's basically cyber kenosis of some sort, where you pretty much you're so ingrained into the computer that your soul and your humanity is kind of becoming non-existent, where like you lose yourself.
so you're C3PO.
Yeah, some sort.
Oh,
of
Eminem?
Yeah.
That's
By
exactly
the
what I
way,
was thinking.
found it. I'm gonna post it on podcast. This is what it's shown.
All right, let's see what he got.
I feel like I've been spoiled by the character creation in Black Desert, so I just hope it's really immersive, really. in-depth.
Nah.
Oh, it ain't gonna be that in depth.
I've never seen that.
That's gonna be
I've been
OD.
spoiled by that game, yo.
But I think it'll satisfy though. I know that much.
Oh yeah, I think it'll be sufficient. Black Desert is spoiled.
Bio exotics. That's what they're called.
I just need a good superhero type game that you know what I'm saying, that'll do me
I hope
justice.
they
with
got dreads. I
customization.
hope they got proper dreads.
Oh, they
I
better.
feel like CD Projekt will go get that right. They definitely gonna get
I
that
mean, they
right.
got
I hope so
Haitians.
at least. Yeah, they.
Yeah.
You
You think there's gonna be a demo?
Nah.
I hope so. They need to bring demos back, yo. I don't know why they stopped.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad, but I don't.
I mean, personally, I don't think so. It'd be super nice.
Yeah.
It's not
Yo,
gonna
drop
make or
some-
break it for me.
Yeah, I mean, it won't either. I'm just drop a thumb in
Sasquatch is a
January.
woman? Yo, what?
You
Yeah,
didn't,
you didn't
know?
know?
You said the same thing during the actual stream. You said-
I did?
yes, you did. I remember
That's
that.
tough.
Yo, I remember.
I thought that was a whole man.
I thought they said that was a man.
Nuh-uh.
No,
Nah,
that was
it's
a woman.
Oh, I must have been.
No,
Oh,
she has
shit.
memories.
Man,
Okay.
She has memories.
yo, she
Did that work
that's
more often.
crazy.
Yeah, that's a tank.
That is something to reckon with.
Like,
It's something you
Roadhogs.
gotta.
The
take care of.
Roadhog. What's? I feel like I might have asked this question before when we talked about 2077 before. What is something? Actually, no. What's something like? Do you think they'll have like side games and whatnot?
They have to.
Like mini games?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'd
maybe.
imagine.
Like activities,
yeah.
right?
Oh
have
yeah, they most
Yeah.
likely will. If they had that Gwent card game in The Witcher, I'm pretty sure they kind of put some more oomph into a side game for this one.
I hope they got like
True.
some sort of casino and shit. That'd be
Yeah, I was about to ask you
I'd
what
imagine
what
so.
mini game would you like the most to be in there?
Poker.
Yeah.
Texas.
I'm not really a mini game person, but I'll take it if it's there. Look at it.
True. What do you?
I was
Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask. Do you think they will add content to the scene? Like they're gonna be expansions? You think?
Definitely.
Most
Yeah.
definitely, yeah.
They added-
This is their baby.
I keep going back to The Witcher 3, but they added 2 expansions for The Witcher 3 that added more than like I can't remember how many hours that added to it, but it added a lot of hours to it.
It's
So
at least 25 per.
yeah, so I'm pretty. They support their games
Yeah, they have
in
a
the
good track
content, so
record.
we should be good.
Yeah,
Also,
so it's not gonna be like an anthem or like.
No roadmaps or
God,
nothing.
no.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
What
I'm
game
waiting
is
for
that?
that game to hit 15, and I'm buying it.
You're right. I don't know what game. That
I
is.
need somebody to give me that game.
I ain't touching that game with the 20-foot pole. You and I got it for free.
Low key, if I got it for free, I wouldn't play it. Yeah.
Oh, no, I will play it.
It's so dis-
I don't know, bro.
Customization
It came and
disappointed me
went.
the
I don't give
most.
a shit.
It had potential.
And it fucking blew it.
We had the EA game changers.
But anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, I can't wait. I hope there's a demo. There probably won't be, but wishful thinking.
Yeah. I mean, hey, even if there isn't one, you know, I'm still gonna get the game no matter what.
Oh yeah, I'm
who
already
isn't?
sold.
Yeah, most
for real.
definitely. This is.
Then
I'm
if you're not
just-
getting this game, you just not you.
you not a gamer. You just not a gamer. I'm sorry. I'm just.
Or they
Just
just
say
really
it
don't
outright.
like. They just don't like cyberpunk stuff.
Yeah,
They
unless-
just
unless
don't
you
like
really-
good content. I don't know.
No, or unless they really don't like the cyberpunk like aesthetic.
Yeah,
yeah,
probably.
Yeah, some people don't like that steampunk thing.
Similar to like I don't like Witcher. I just don't like that medieval aesthetic.
And that's fair. Like I don't like westerns, so
Yeehaw.
that's why I can't get down with Red Dead.
Or maybe they won't. They don't like Haitians, and since they're in the game, you know.
All right.
Hey, maybe you never know.
I'm
No, the Haitians are overpowered. What you mean?
Yeah, they're like the best hackers in the whole game.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they really are.
They got
all the-
they little matrix going on over there.
You're right. You're right.
So that's what old boy and Mitch was talking about. The hell did he say something about perfect representation this time or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mitch
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah.
Perfect, I guess. I mean, I don't know exactly.
We need Stanley's second opinion.
I don't think Stanley even cares.
Stanley don't care.
True, 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 true.
Stanley just want to eat Patriots or something.
Oh yeah, I'm ready to see Keanu Reeves too. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Oh my
I'm a
god.
little disappointed. He's like a figment of your imagination. Pretty much. I thought he was like an actual character.
To be fair,
Or maybe he is. I don't know.
Yeah,
He
me
is.
too.
to be fair,
It's-
I think it's both sides. It's great to see him more often, it sucks that he's not inside the world, but like I'm glad that like there's a reason for him to be in places where he's not. That's
Well,
the
this
one thing
shows you.
I'm
That's
happy about.
well, that might be fake, but I think he's real. I think it's like because they think they said, correct me if I'm wrong, that somebody gave you this chip that put him, i.e., Keanu Reeves, in your head. So I'm assuming he did it purposely, and eventually in the story you're gonna meet him in game, in real life in the game.
That's a good point. That might be
I'm pretty sure. Like I can see that coming.
Oh, you said Keanu Reeves out?
No, not the op, but like,
He's
I
trying to
think
stop the ops in order to.
Yeah.
He's a wild card, bro.
he's that
I
watcher.
don't know, bruh. You
He's
seen
not in the
Liam
fight,
Neeson.
but he sees everything that's going
That's
on. I
Liam
feel
Neeson,
like
though.
he's
He's
that
not
person.
Keanu Reeves.
They be trying to pull that on you though. They be giving you the good guys, and then all of a sudden they turn
April.
bad.
I thought it came out in March.
I told you it was April.
Oh my
That's
bad.
when the-
I must
that's
have
when
heard
the Voodoo
March.
Boys unleash their full plan. Oh, we put them in your head to fuck with you, and then you got to start hating the Haitians again.
Oh my god.
I can't wait for this game.
That's stupid.
I
Yeah.
can't wait.
Oh my
I
god.
can't wait.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Is that everyone? What they have to say about CD Projekt Red and Cyberpunk 2077?
Nothing but good
CD
praises for
Projekt
CD
Red
Projekt
good.
Red.
EA
I
bad.
can't wait.
They're like one of they're the last ones that we can really trust to put
Yeah.
really good
Yeah.
product. So
Feel that.
I haven't even played Witcher, but it's in my library.
True.
That being said, let's move on to the next portion of the podcast. I mean, not portion. The next topic of the podcast. Astral Chain. Now, for my Switch users in the podcast and in the chat across the world, worldwide. What do you think? What do you think, Blitz?
It's nice. It's definitely a platinum game. For those that don't know, they've made
Bayonetta.
they did Bayonetta. They did Nier, obviously.
Shout out to Vanquish.
Shout out Nier.
Vanquish. That's what I was thinking. Vanquish. So like I'm really a fan of Platinum's style of games where it's like that really stylish hack and slash. It's really focused on combos and really looking like a badass. And this game definitely has that. It's really fun. I probably think I only have about like 3-4 hours on it. I'm still pretty early in the game. But basically story wise, it's you're on this island or this island city or whatever. It's just like and basically there's been invaded by like these interdimensional aliens or some shit called chimeras.
Mitches.
All right.
Damn.
It's not familiar, Chimeras.
Yeah, they're called. Yeah, that's a name for like monsters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're called chimeras, and they've pretty much overrun the Earth, and then the last like stand for humanity is on this island city, and the chimeras have come there now, and then so in order to combat them, the police force there has commissioned like these like super powered cops, pretty much, and you get partnered with this like artificial intelligence that helps you fight. And it's a really good it's a different take on the Platinum style of combat, but it's really dope because like you can not only can you do like your own combos with like a sword or a gun or something, but you also have to control it's called a legion, your partner, and you have to control what the fuck is going on in this shit. I've never seen this video yet. what are they doing? That threw me off, yo.
What
All right, anyway. so you control your robot partner, your legion, with the right stick if you're thinking about a regular controller, and then you can put them in positions to where you can link up and chain a lot of combos together, and you do really like stylish and flashy moves and shit. The game, the combat feels kind of clunky at first because like I guess story wise your character hasn't really awakened to like their true potential yet, and then like a point in the game is when you actually do get that, and then it starts to really feel like that traditional Platinum style feel, and it's super dope. So and then you can create your own character you can customize them. It's like you and then twin or whatever, whether you pick male or female, and then you can pretty much customize them however you want. It's funny because I made a black dude, and my twin sister's also black, but I guess story wise your dad is the captain of the police force, and he's white as shit.
He's white.
He's super white. Yeah.
What's
like,
like,
so I was like, I guess my headcanon is we got adopted. So So yeah, so like the character custom, like, and actually they do a really good job to like kind of show off like the character models, no matter how you've customized them, so you can kind of see like you can kind of get like a little bit connected to your character that way. You can actually see them doing all this badass stuff, like you see their facial expressions and stuff. They're not like stone faced like with multiple like games where your character is custom. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I like it a lot. I think the combat is dope. I'm interested to see some of the extras and like extra content they have in there, like that video Kenpachi showed me of dude running around in the
Yo, my
mascot
man,
suit.
Lean Cuisine. Shout out Lean Cuisine, bro. My man is hilarious.
Is there anything going can in the office?
Get
They done fucked up and gave me a
over
mask.
here, yo, my man, yo.
Yeah.
I
So,
might
yeah,
link
that's-
some of his gameplay. My man was hilarious, yo.
Mobility.
The
So,
more.
Yeah, I definitely. So I think, like Kenpachi said earlier, like the Switch is more of an investment these days because, like, unless you're like a Nintendo, really isn't um, a super deep library of games to pick from. Like the Switch is more of an investment, but this is one of the games to invest in. It's
Mhm.
super fun. I give it a buy if you have a Switch.
Most definitely, most definitely. Um, who else has a Switch in your? Oh, Wolf, the Intendron. I almost forgot. Um,
I actually have not picked this one out yet. Reason being, I'm actually still waiting. I've yet to also pick up Mario Maker 2.
Is that
I'll
out yet? I
bet
thought it wasn't coming out yet.
Mario Maker 2?
Is it out?
It's been out.
Oh, I thought it was
uh,
coming.
It's been out. What is it called? August.
Oh, okay.
It's been big out. No, I
Yeah,
just
I thought it was
haven't
coming like
bothered
Christmas.
touching my Switch for quite a while. I've recently just retouched my Switch again for Tetris 99 because I wanted to get it. The one thing I do know about Astro Chain, besides stupid ass controversy and actual good gameplay, is that you can pet the dog form of your little partner. That's all I know.
Wait, what was
Wait,
the
what controversy?
Yeah, what was the controversy?
I don't know. Apparently, the controversy is that a lot of people are review bombing because this is a Nintendo exclusive.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Mm.
hey, well, you know what? I mean, could
It'll
it come
come
to
to
PC
PC.
one day? Maybe, but
Maybe, maybe not. I don't
It
know.
will.
Pretty much Platinum's original IPs nowadays, like Bayonetta and this one specifically, might be a Nintendo exclusive.
yeah,
That
because
might be
Platinum and
PC.
Nintendo are really tight now. So
Yeah, they're really,
it might
really
come
good.
to other platforms. It might not.
Mm.
That's not a given.
I have
Yeah.
patience.
It's honestly up to platforms or Platinum's discretion. So I'm hoping that it does. It would be really, really nice to actually see this game like in a higher resolution. I ain't gonna front, but as of now, yeah, I'd be looking forward to it. But as of now, I don't really have anything right now. I don't have anything to share.
all right. I mean, did you say do you plan on buying the game? Or?
I might be for me myself, I kind of am not really good in platinum fighters or platinum style ones.
Hey, you don't need to be good. You just need to enjoy the game. You feel me?
No, you kind of have to be good.
Oh,
You
okay.
kinda
All
have
right.
to be
Well,
in order
You
to
you
run
you can
the
get
grind.
punished, kind of.
Yeah,
Listen,
the game-
kinda
the
bad.
game-
I
game
was playing trust me, I was playing Bayonetta on the Wii U. I was struggling a lot.
That was your problem. You're playing it on the Wii U.
I mean,
I got it on,
that's the only thing it's on besides this. That's
besides
what I'm
on
saying.
the-
Like, there's not a lock that is coming to anything else.
You're right.
Anyway, the
when
moral
it first
story is,
came out,
I might not. To be honest with you, I'm actually waiting for Mario Maker 2 and a couple of other games that are happening, but we'll discuss that in a later time.
Have you played Vanquish?
Vanquish.
I
is
actually
so
have
dope.
Vanquish. I haven't beaten it yet.
It's so dope.
Oh my, I played that so many times, yo.
I played
That
it a
game
bunch
is
on the
really, really
360.
tight, but I don't want to get sidetracked here.
I tried to play that game, but I didn't really get into it.
Oh man.
I gotta enjoy. I tried playing it on a controller actually, so
The movement is amazing. That's the biggest thing
oh, no,
about
the
it.
movement's fucking fantastic, even on
Yeah.
controller. So I can't even
Yeah.
imagine if I actually did it like on the keyboard and mouse. Don't forget, Marty, that that the thing is available on Steam.
What is?
What?
Vanquish.
I've played Vanquish multiple times.
You can
Yeah,
get
I
it
have
on-
too. I just bought it off principle. I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah, I have it. I have it on Steam too. But I think I'm not too sure how I played it the first time, but it was on the PS3.
Yeah, it was.
I might have got it
PS3,
for
Xbox
free,
360.
but I know I played that shit a lot.
Anyway,
yeah. All right. SSJ, what you think? You
As much as I like platinum games, I've never played Bayonetta. However, I have played Vanquish a lot of times, as I've said. And I have, well, I don't have Bayonetta, but I will plan on playing it eventually, and I know I'm going to like the game. So I trust their track record, and it's like this game already, like I didn't know it was a platinum game until Blitz told me. I'm looking at this game like, yo, this shit looks raw as fuck. And then you tell me it's a platinum game, and I'm like, damn, I makes me wish I had a Switch, but it, like I said with Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, it's not gonna make me buy a Switch just to play. And I told you, 1 or 2 games, it's not worth it.
True.
Maybe like three at least more games that I can play. That's not Breath of the Wild. No offense.
Wolf. Yeah, it's fine.
This
Trust me,
game is awesome.
Yeah,
However,
Wolf's
it
not a
doesn't.
Zelda fan, so he's not a fan.
I'm not a Zelda fan either. Don't worry. But yeah,
Uh,
Nintendo would eat you alive just because. Oh no, you don't like Breath of the Wild. The greatest game of all time, bro.
That's the
it's
one
not
game they
just
keep
Breath of
trying
the
to get
Wild.
on me.
Anyways, um, long story short, it's a great game. I know it's gonna be a great game. It looks like a great game, but it's just not gonna make me buy a Switch. However, I know the game's gonna be good. So lucky for Switch players. Fuck you all. No offense,
Damn.
but
Damn.
So somebody buy Marty a Switch for Christmas or something.
Low
I'm
key.
upset. I'm upset. That's all I gotta say about. I don't feel like getting in that feeling again. I'm done.
On a side note, for people who are going to be getting a Switch sometime soon, there is a new updated version that has a longer battery life.
Oh,
That micro
the
switch.
Switch Lite.
No, no, not the Switch Lite. I'm talking about like it's a revision of the original.
Oh, what type of?
Yeah,
So they have 3 versions of the same console out there.
No. So there was the launch version, which had a specific battery life, and now they did the relaunch version, which is replacing the old launch version. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
stealing your money, basically, is what you're saying.
Damn,
No,
you said
it's just like any
Nintendo
other
fans will
revision.
buy anything.
They,
Alright.
I'm not gonna
Alright.
say that, but people don't realize people don't care. They just want your money, and you gotta boycott to get what
As
you
long
want
as
sometimes.
What is happening?
I wouldn't go that far. It's
Maybe
like,
not
Yeah, I
boycott,
wouldn't
but
go
you
that
gotta
far on the
you
Switch.
gotta go out
you
there
gotta
and
be more informed as a consumer.
Yes.
That's why at one point I was, or that's the first reason why I was hesitant on a Nintendo Switch was the games too. But I knew they was gonna do something later on down the line with the Switch to either improve it or make another one. I just knew for a fact they was gonna do something like that.
I mean, as long as mine doesn't blow up. I mean,
Yours is
Yeah.
not gonna
I'm
blow
fine.
up. Mine's not gonna blow up. Nobody's gonna blow
I
up.
heard
But
they was warping people's machines back then.
Yeah, when they first came, when they first
yeah, but that was like
came out,
the
they
launch, not the
never.
revision.
I mean, you never buy a new device on day one.
Yeah, you never buy new technology on the launch. Hell no. Anyway,
I want a
Yeah,
2080.
that's beyond me. Um, honestly, I damn.
The
This is-
mobility.
I don't know this game. It damn near
It's-
convinced me to buy a Switch.
It's super anime, yo.
It was close.
Like
It's super.
it's I'm not gonna get it, but it was real close. It was real close. I was looking at my pockets. I was like, y'all might have to die again. I don't know. Y'all, this might be. I don't know. This might be it, but I think I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm definitely gonna wait.
I mean, to me, like, final verdict for me is like it's everything of a console. Like, it's pretty close, but not quite. Like, if you don't have a Switch right now, then I wouldn't say buy this solely for this game. It's not that great as far
Mhm.
so far from what I've seen.
this is definitely not a console seller.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's short of a console. But if you do get a Switch, put it in your library. That's all I'm saying.
True. It's like
Also,
it's not there yet, but it's there. Like in terms of if you already have the Switch, you gonna need
That's
it in your
That's what
library.
I'm saying. Like, don't get a Switch because of this game, but if you have a Switch, you should probably get it.
True. I feel that.
I
Alright.
forgot to mention that this game has a big, at least in my perspective, a big what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, damn it, where are my words
You
at?
losing words, yo.
Uh,
What's up with you?
English is hard,
Drink
bro.
more
I know
water.
how it
it's
is.
reminiscent of Fantasy Star Online, and I'm a big Fantasy Star fan, and
Can
it
you
has that
spell
that look
reminiscent?
to it,
Oh
huh?
yeah, that comes out next year.
And I can't. Yeah, I'm a Fantasy Star fan. It reminds me of Fantasy Star with the movement and the
Oh,
way
that's
the
right.
the
New
weapons look.
Fantasy Star.
So yeah, if you're a Fantasy Star fan, I think you'll enjoy the game just for the aesthetic alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was one thing that grabbed me too. It was definitely the aesthetic and just the style of the game. Just how like Cyberpunk is like that. What's the word you
Cyberpunk,
used? Yeah, lit-
Steampunk.
yeah, like literally cyberpunk. Like
steampunk. Yeah,
yeah,
that's it.
steam.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same thing.
cyberpunk or steampunk, like that type of feel. And then how Blitz, said like this is a like just anime, and me being the
Yeah.
weeb that I am, I fell in love with the game as soon as I
Huh.
saw it.
Believe it.
Um, what are you about to say, SSJ?
Oh, all I said was believe it.
Oh, you funny. Are you gonna become the next Hokage?
Nah, I'm trying
Can
to
you
become the
spell
next
Hokage?
HO.
Okay.
All right.
Alright,
KAG. Yeah, got it. Wrote that down.
I think that's it for the Astral Chain. But we do have some more Nintendo news. That being said, so
God of the
we're gonna
universe, nigga.
go ahead get right into the Nintendo Direct announcements and news recap. I did not get a chance to
This just happened
watch
too,
it. Yeah, it
It
just
literally just
happened. I
happened
did
about a
not get a
couple of hours
like
chance.
a
ago.
couple hours ago.
Yeah, I was out. When did it start? I was
Six.
probably at work. Oh, 6? Oh, I got
Yeah.
off. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I was doing something.
I was
Uh,
stuck in traffic watching, and I was pissed.
I got off
yeah,
too.
yeah,
I just watched the relaunch. I wasn't there at launch, but
yeah. We'll
two big
start
things
start off.
happened.
Yeah, yeah. Since you watched it, or you were one of the
All
people that
right,
watched
so
it.
two big things happened. There was more information on Sword and Shield, woo, and more information on Animal Crossing. So both of those are super super great. But the biggest one is pretty much Pokemon. There's a lot of
Well, you could probably go down this list. We have the article.
all right, right on.
Um,
Because generally speaking, there's a lot. I'll read down the headlines.
like if you
Overwatch
scroll up,
just happened.
yeah,
We
yawn.
finally have Overwatch on Switch.
Woo! Not.
Yay! I'm not gonna get it. I don't care.
Do you think it was the rumor that happened last week or a couple weeks ago? Do you think that was it? Like they're not that there's gonna be well Overwatch on Switch, and you know how people change it to Overwatch is coming to Smash, or like Tracer's coming to
I
Smash,
mean,
or all
that's
the
that, that's definitely still in play because
now that
it's
Overwatch is on Switch.
From what I
that because
heard,
also what's the name? Sakurai was talking about how they're gonna after this season of DLC, they're gonna make even more DLC characters. So that's still technically like
It's
Tracer Diva. That's still in play.
yeah.
the
So
one thing that Sakurai doesn't like doing, and this is what I just heard from a couple of sources, that Sakurai doesn't like promoting current franchises. But
that's
I think
fair enough.
since, but I believe
But
now since,
Overwatch is dead, so
Ah,
I don't know. They
yeah,
may
No,
I
it's
have
mean,
dead.
it's dead.
they may have a new
I
life
mean, it's
in
dead to us, but I mean, like they have a, I think the fan base is still strong enough to keep it current. It's
Yeah.
Moral of
just
the story is Overwatch on Switch. That's great. If they may come to Smash, who knows?
It's Diva.
Diva or
Either Diva or
Tracer.
Tracer. Diva or Tracer. Um,
Diva.
Luigi's Mansion 3. How exciting! It's coming out on Halloween.
Yay.
A bit more information, mostly on PvP or party game stuff. New free to play Kirby game that just came out is pretty much
Oh, that's
just a.
free to play.
It is free to play or free to
Oh,
start as they call it, but
okay.
basically you can play with 4 of your friends, either local, co-op, or online, and it's pretty much boss battles.
Mm.
So they're pretty much using
That's
their
kind of
Kirby
cool.
elements in order to fight with boss battles.
That's kind of cool.
Um, what else?
I like
What else?
Kirby.
There's a bunch of RPGs. Specifically, we got Tales of Mana, the new RPG Small Town, or I think of what is it called?
Little Town Hero.
Little Town. Um, Dragon Quest Heroes 9 got delayed a little bit. Fire Emblem Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE Encore. Divinity Original Sin 2 is coming to Switch.
Yo, I saw that thing has crossplay between Switch and Steam. That's kind of lit.
That's actually going to be pretty
They need to
cool,
have
but-
more games like that. To be honest,
That needs to be. I feel like that. I feel like that needs to be standard. The next gen console. Like
I feel like
PS5,
as gamers, we need to come together as a whole. Stop being so divided. All
It's
right.
not us. It's the console
com-
makers.
it's the
it's
console
company.
makers.
It's the company.
The biggest console maker that hasn't been.
And I think Microsoft has come around to it. They want to do it, but Sony's the one that's been.
Yeah, Sony's
Even
the bastard.
Nintendo, I think, is coming around to it, especially.
Everybody wants crossplay. It's just them
It's
or
just-
Sony or whoever
Going
just holding
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, continuing with RPGs, Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 makes a re-release on Switch,
I like that game. I played it back in the day.
and the Xenoblade Chronicles X and X2, I believe. Or, I'm sorry, the OG and then X2. I legitimately forgot. To be honest with you, I skipped all the RPGs. I ain't gonna
That's
front.
fine. What
I
happened
get
with the That's fine. What happened with the Super Nintendo shit that they were showing? It's like it's for Switch for if
That's
you have the
crazy.
online. If you have the
So-
online membership.
Online memberships, you
Watch.
with when you have online
Scroll up.
memberships, you have access to
Up.
the NES library, and now you will have the Super Nintendo library, which should be coming out tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Now you cannot buy the Joy-Con NES ones or the SNES controllers. They're actually separate. You have to buy them online now, so they're online exclusive to.
Oh, you can't
Nintendo.
buy them like in a brick and mortar store.
You can't buy them in the brick and mortar store,
Damn.
which is stupid. But I mean, who's actually gonna? Let's be front. Who wants to buy a Super Nintendo controller in 2019?
I would get it
Just-
for. I would get
just
it
to
for
have it.
collectible. Yeah.
Yeah, nostalgic people.
Yeah. I was in
I
GameStop
already
today. I
have
was
a
looking for
Super
some
Nintendo
stuff.
Classic Edition. I don't need. Well, this is a Nintendo. I don't need another way for me to play Super Metroid for the 5th time.
Oh, well, you're not the super Nintendo on then.
Apparently, I mean, I could if I really want to, but it's just dumb.
That was gorgeous.
Let's see, F-Zero, Super
It just-
Metroid, Super Mario. Those are all generic games, though. That's, yeah, those
Exactly.
have been
There's
played.
nothing new. This is the same shit I played over
What
and
about
over
Killer
again.
Instinct?
It's
Killer
just-
Instinct.
It's dumb. One
Oh,
thing.
oh no,
okay,
but here's the
let me
thing.
drop some surprises.
You can play it on the go.
Yay, that's great. I've done it on the 3DS too. That's fine.
I did that on my alleged emulators. Tough.
Yeah, that's great.
tough.
Anyway, a couple of surprises that actually happened. We got Deadly Premonition and Deadly Premonition 2. So that's pretty crazy. So Deadly
I think I've heard of
Premonition
those
should-
games. before.
Yeah, me either.
I have. They're pretty much like horror-esque.
If you could
thrillers?
compare them to a game that that's I guess popular, or that we know at least, what would you compare it to?
I myself
Is
would
it like
actually
Alan
compare it-
Wake?
Yeah, I was gonna compare it to like a Dead Space and Alan Wake type part.
Ah.
Where it's like it's very mysterious.
So I remember hearing that name back in the day, but
A new IP that's coming out from High Res Studios called what is it, Rogue something?
Rogue
It's a
Company, I think I saw
Rogue
that.
Company.
That looked
which
like
is-
another battle royale game.
It actually looks like it's a PvP style hero shooter, which may or may not be interesting. It's interesting that it's
Overwatch?
on the Switch of all things. So
Excuse me.
that's getting my surprise. Hang on, truck.
I bet it sounded like it was coming right through his house. Too.
That was a really loud truck. And then another thing, Doom 64, the original Doom game that only came out on Nintendo 64 is getting re-released to Switch. So that's also interesting as well, because that's never been released anywhere else besides the 64. So that's one cool surprise.
That's nice.
And
Jedi
finally, we got some news.
Knight, Jedi
Finally-
Outcast.
To wrap it up, we got some news on Smash Banjo-Kazooie coming out. New
Yeah.
Smash characters.
I still can't get into the eShop, by the way.
Ain't that some shit? What is it? Terry Bogart?
Yes, that was actually a really dope trailer.
It is a really dope trailer. I love how they did the little juke that they were going to NES, but then they came back to the 64, and
Yeah.
then they showed the Neo Geo. I
Yes.
did tear up a little bit.
Yeah, Terry Bogard is a character from King of Fighters series by SNK.
David
I've never
Nekomaki
played.
is
I've
coming
never.
out.
Yeah, I've never played a SNK game before, but well, I guess now because Samurai Showdown just re-released. But
Sam Show.
yeah, it was a cool trailer. I thought it was funny what they did to Geese. Like,
That's
With
right.
the,
He was about to get the invitation. Like, nigga,
He
you
was
already
about
in
to grab
Tekken.
it,
Chill out.
But then he fucking fell.
Oof.
Like, bro, you already got Tekken. You good?
Is
Um,
what were you about to say?
I was just gonna wrap this up. Link's Awakening is coming out. They're just giving out new information, just small little tidbits, nice little features. Tetris 99 version 2.0 is coming out. Now the sweaty tryhards can finally be in their own lobby, whereas other people can play in the normal ones. Mario and Sonic and the 2020 games will actually have a little retro mode of all their things based on the 1994 Tokyo Olympics. That's a little neat feature. I might have to pick that up because the Mario and Sonic games are actually not half bad. They're like, think of it kind of like better versions of Mario Party mini games. That's real nice.
I always felt like if I had wouldn't mind to play like some casual.
Yeah.
To, like,
And
mess around.
finally,
I thought
just a
about
couple of re-releases like Assassin's Creed 4.
Ew.
Yeah, Assassin's
Why?
Creed 4 coming out. I
Why
don't
are
know,
they
just do-
doing this?
They just have it. They just have it. Assassin's Creed 4.
Wasn't that shit mad buggy?
They showed Devil May Cry 2. I don't know why 2, but they did.
Really?
Yeah, they showed Devil May Cry 2.
Oh boy.
And The Witcher 3, they're just, making the announcement of that. And that's pretty much it.
Huh.
Nothing too exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited about the Smash Bros stuff. That's about it.
Likewise. I for one am actually pretty excited for. I do want to try Deadly Premonition. I'm definitely gonna pick up Luigi's Mansion 3 because that's always a fun game.
Is
Tetris
it though?
99. It is. It's absolutely the fuck.
Oh my
The
bad.
fuck,
My bad. All right.
bro. The GameCube was a classic one.
Right.
The 3DS one.
That's
was,
where I heard it from. I was trying to remember.
And so
But yeah,
that's
that's-
pretty
Oh,
much it.
okay.
Yeah, sorry.
but-
I accidentally fucking cut myself off because I pressed the wrong button.
Well,
Anyway,
I just had like a brain fart or something. I was like, "You good? Hello?"
Yeah, I'm good. But
Alright.
yeah, like I said, every this Nintendo Direct was not as great as I wanted it to be. But actually, hold on, before I forget. They announced a Sans Mii costume and Megalovania.
I
So
don't know what
all
that
the
is.
memers
I
wanted
don't
Sans
know
in
what that
Smash
is.
Brothers.
Oh,
Sans from
Undertale? Is that
Undertale.
what that shit is? Oh,
Yep.
weirdo.
There's now Undertale representation in Super Smash Brothers.
Hmm.
Is that in Moana's?
All of Twitter's freaking out.
Okay.
At least my
It
side.
the new DLC is or the new DLC character is #1 trending on Twitter right now. So.
Yeah, I still can't get into the eShop. I just want Banjo.
Hey, everybody else want Banjo too. You're gonna have to wait, I guess. I don't know. That being said, Nintendo's still boring. But we in there. You feel me? Chef, you got something to share with the podcast?
What happened?
Your mother.
Oh yeah. Hello, Mrs. Brown. How are you?
My mom. Oh,
She-
yeah.
She's joined the general chat.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh
Gifts.
boy.
Oh, that's crazy.
All right.
Played a god. They don't mean it.
Oh Jesus Christ. All right. That being said, we can go ahead straight to the. I think that was it for gaming.
Oh boy, here we
yeah.
go.
Yeah, Nintendo was the bulk of
That
it.
was it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some other games coming out this week. But
Gears.
Gears 5 actually
Gears
did come
is
out.
coming. Borderlands 2K. But we'll get to those as they come out, I guess.
Is your mom married?
No.
Hey,
Huh? Marty.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
No.
Nah,
'cause
Marty
he put
was
M-
asking because the
He put MRS, and I know
Yeah.
that's usually for people who are married. So I was just
Yeah.
wondering.
I'll let her correct me if she's offended by it.
Nah, she good, she good. That being said, go ahead right into the anime portion of the podcast, cause god damn,
Oh, all right, I gotta pause my music. so I
we
can
are
focus.
gonna be talking.
I'm gonna grab a cup of
Mm.
water because I'm gonna.
I got one show I like to talk about.
Yeah, this I don't know if you're
Let's
gonna
just
have
get
time to
it out of the way
talk
real
for
quick.
that. Is-
Yeah.
I'll just
yeah,
shoot it out of the way
alright,
real quick. All right. So, Rising of the Shield Hero season 2 and 3 was announced,
Oh yeah,
and if you
Oh,
haven't
oh,
seen
yeah,
that
that's true.
show, that shit's gonna be fire. I was surprised to hear 2, but a third season confirmed already. I'm all about it. That's it.
Yeah, I hear that show is good. I might watch.
It's great.
I gotta finish Naruto because I'm watching that for the first time.
Word.
So
No, it's alright.
I think the new Fire Force is supposed to. Did we watch Fire Force last week, Kenpachi?
This-
Are we caught up?
Um,
I don't remember.
I caught up on that mommy Isekai by myself.
Yeah.
I, there's a lot of plot, yo. It almost had me tearing up. I'm not even gonna hold you.
I told you.
I'm not even. It hit me. I was like, what am I doing?
It looks like a trashy ship. There's actually
It's
character
like people
development.
caring for their mothers. Yo, hold
There's
on.
actually
What's
like conflict and taking sides and.
yeah?
It's just like,
Jeez.
I don't think I've watched it. I think I'm.
Yeah, the
She
last
turned into
time
a
we.
dragon, right?
Yeah.
That's the last one I saw. She turned into a dragon.
Oh yeah, then you're caught up. You're caught up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll probably have to watch that later.
Yeah. Like Shield Hero.
We haven't watched Dumbbell
Yeah, Dumbbell.
and what was the other thing we watched? That the magical.
Oh yeah,
magician
yeah, yeah.
shit.
That's a guilty pleasure though.
Yeah, that's just for.
Shits and giggles.
Is Demon Slayer dubbed yet?
No, but
I'll pass.
boy, bro, I think it's worth. I think it's worth reading them subtitles. I'm gonna be real with you. This latest episode was kind of nice.
What studio is dubbing Demon Slayer? No.
I'd assume
I'm
it's
not
Funimation
sure.
because it's
on
on
Yuck.
Funimation.
Yuck! I don't know if I want to support that. I don't know.
Oh, should I say the company that should not be named? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if
we can name them.
Oh, I'ma name them. I'ma name them. You know they.
Yeah.
Y'all getting caught. Y'all getting shut down.
I'm gonna fuck with you.
No,
We'll call you, dog.
I'ma head up. But
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I heard Shield Hero was dope. I actually might give that.
It definitely is.
It
It's
is.
definitely
Demon
a
Slayer.
watch.
I keep hearing mixed things. I hear is he really
Watch
good or
it.
it's overrated?
It's
That's what I
it's
keep
not
hearing.
over. I feel like okay, this
Like the
might
act-
be
like-
sucking the show, but like
Like when they say overrated, they say the action is dope, but the story is kind of generic.
I don't think the story
It's
is.
a shonen,
I don't.
isn't it?
It's. It's okay. They didn't really have like there was a training arc, but there wasn't like a tournament arc. There or at least to my knowledge, right now there hasn't been a tournament arc, so I don't know. But
Gotcha.
it doesn't seem like a generic shonen to me. Like it genuinely seems like it's just a plot that's not trying to conform to a certain theme or like not a certain theme. It's not trying to conform to um a societal standard, I guess you can say, with nowadays with animes, whereas like they're just they're carbon copies of like other animes, but they just look different. It's like
Yeah, I got you. That's fine.
you can
like, I'm just saying
actually feel for the characters. I know I was sucking on Hunter x Hunter because like that's my show, but like actually at least give Demon Slayer a chance because it's really good.
It's on my list. I'll definitely give it a shot. I'm just saying I either hear it's really good or not all it's piped up. I was
Yeah.
hearing mixed things. That's what I meant.
Gotcha,
Like
what
I
it
heard the
does.
action is dope. Like the story's kind of you can either love the story or hate it. It's definitely on my list. I'll give it a watch when I catch up on other stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely man, it's at least these last 3 episodes, matter of fact, have been just on point. One with the animation and no, actually one with the plot. The plot has been thickening so much. And then 2, the animation is just always great with Demon Slayer. Even the CGI scenes are kind of the CGI scenes are kind of they're average. I'm be real with you, they're average. They're not like terrible. They're average, but yeah, please watch
Yeah,
it.
it's on my list. So I'll definitely keep it on my radar.
Yeah.
We might as well get this other thing out of the way.
Yeah.
The One Piece thing, because it sounds like the author of that is finally ready to wrap that up.
But in 5 years?
That's what it looks. Is that what the article said? I just saw it. I was like, oh,
Let me
that might be something we want to talk about.
let me bring it up. All right. Who's in here? Who in here has watched?
I don't watch
Piece?
One Piece, but
I don't.
You already know my answer.
Yeah.
I just know it's a big deal as far as anime goes. It's not like the whole running joke behind that anime is that shit don't end. So if it in fact actually
900
does end,
episodes.
it's been over 20 years, yo. That's like
20
this.
years.
That's the One Piece is like the Simpsons of anime.
It really is. That's a good analogy too. It
That is
really
a
is.
great analogy.
Like it just doesn't end for whatever reason, but it sounds like it's finally there's a light at the end of the tunnel. At least that's what the
Yeah.
author seemed to have said because he said it on Twitter or whatever.
Yeah, they've literally had multiple games come out. Like,
All trash.
hey, you're not lying.
That's
Fire
tough.
Force too, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
They got a game?
Oh, not Fire Force. Jump Force. I'm stupid. Uh,
Yeah.
uh,
Rip.
that being
But
said,
yeah, I just thought it was interesting. I don't watch One Piece. I just know it's been long since ever. It sounds like it's finally it's gonna there's at least an end date,
yeah,
it seems.
for your for you One Piece fans, your reign is over. You're about to leave out the big three. And you can't do anything about it because your creator is tired after creating damn near 1,000 episodes and 93 volumes. Yo, that's
My hand is tired,
that
yo.
yo,
They've been
like
going since the 70s or something. How they get to
Yeah,
900?
since at least the 90s, right? More than 20 years. I think it's been around just as long as Dragon Ball. Dragon
Heart.
Ball, that's one of the OGs.
when did One Piece start? 1997. Yep.
Yeah. So 20 years more or less.
That's man.
Yeah, over
Shout
20
out to you, bro. Why couldn't
20
you finish
22
Hunter
years.
x Hunter? We out here at the
My
Dark
hand is tired
Continent.
now.
Nah, shout out the creator of Hunter x Hunter though. He's sick. He fighting through it. But this man is healthy, perfect. He good. But hopefully, I don't know. I feel like yeah, I don't know. I can't. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to offend anyone in the chat or anything by me saying something wrong.
Be honest.
I feel like the if you carry on a story for that long, it's gonna stray away from what the watchers jumped on the boat for. You feel me? Like it's gonna stray away from the original message of the story or like
Possibly.
the
Naturally.
overall
You
meaning.
say you be writing so long you forget what you
Yeah, that's like you literally just start writing about different stuff. Like Luffy goes to space. Like, huh? Did he find the treasure yet? Like, what are we doing?
Is he Pirate King?
Yeah, like what's going on? He's trying to be Hokage of the pirate world. Like, I don't understand what's going on.
That's crazy.
But yeah, 900 episodes, and he's like, you know what? I think I'm gonna head out. And yeah,
It's funny.
anyone else have anything to say about this before we head into the real juicy stuff?
I don't know. I don't see the hype in One Piece.
I don't either, but you know.
One of my
I haven't
coworkers
seen One
fucking
Piece,
loves One
not one
Piece.
episode.
That's his top tier anime. But I feel like if I did watch it, I might get into it. But it's just so long. It's just like like they had to put my arm behind my back to get me to watch Naruto.
Honestly, bro. Even then, I'd be like, yo, nah, do I have to
Thank
do
God
this?
there's like a list to tell you what's filler and what's not, so I can just because I've been tearing through it, so because I can just skip shit.
Yeah, most definitely. Um, we all understand like some animes that run on, yeah, they kind of have to. I wouldn't say they kind of have to have filler, but like sometimes it's necessary. Most time it's not. But I mean, you gotta kind of extend the story so you're not just like literally jumping to stuff, even though there's a better way to transition. But you know, who am I? I'm not a writer. You know, I'm not an animator. Definitely not the company's publishing it. But yeah. That being said, we gonna go ahead and get straight into the. Let me take a swig of
Here
water.
it
I'm
comes.
out of water. All right, here we go. All right.
Oh, the cup.
He just
Jesus
Should get two
Christ.
bottles.
Yeah. All right.
I'll try to keep I will try to keep it as like 30,000 level feet overview as this as I can because there's oh my god there's so much stuff. Just keep it right there in that article. That's kind of where it kind of all jumps off.
All right. Let me zoom in a little
Why
bit.
did it move?
All right.
So anyway, yeah, Vic update. So long story short, voice actor got fired for being Me Too'd. Now he's suing because most of that shit was bullshit. So there's a couple things in there in flight with this. So a couple weeks ago, um, there was an affidavit that came out of about one of the defendants.
Mhm.
His name is Ron Toye. He's the fiance for voice actress Monica Rial. Um, and apparently, this affidavit came from one of Ron Toye's ex-wives that went into detail describing his um, history and past with domestic violence and abuse. I won't go into detail as to what was talked about in the affidavit because it's all a bunch of legal stuff, and I don't want to bore everybody to sleep with that kind of talk. But basically, he was talking about how he would yell, he would be belittling me, he'd yell at me, he'd throw stuff at me, he hit me a couple times. He would he would be talking crazy to their son and whatnot. He eventually got divorced. And then I think the same a similar thing situation happened with his second ex-wife. This affidavit came from his first ex-wife, I think. But basically, this dude has a history of domestic abuse, and it's just funny that he's accusing Vic of sexual assault and all this stuff when he is kind of like no better
Mhm.
than what he's accusing Vic of. So that's crazy. So that came out like a couple weeks ago. Um, and then I think it was just before Labor. So last week, just before Labor Day, there were several audio clips that came out from Funimation. Now, according to where these came directly from Funimation servers, so these weren't like
I'm gonna play
doctored or anything.
one clip.
You sure you want to?
What clip is this?
I hope you preview them before
Yeah,
you
I'm.
clip them. Before you play them. Before you play them, just to give a backstory. So you know how when VAs are like recording their lines and stuff, and they're in between takes or they're on break or whatever. Sometimes they say funny things, they screw around, they're like just joking around in between takes or whatever. They might make jokes or something. But the problem with this is, in these audio clips, the actors were in character. Were not only making homophobic, sexist, borderline racist jokes in there, but they're also doing it in character. Like it'd be different if they were just like the regular voices talking and stuff or whatever. But yeah, they were like in character, so it's like they were putting like it makes you wonder what they were actually planning to do, because not only did it seem like they even if they were outtakes or anything. Um, and I do have like a couple of Dragon Ball DVD set box sets, and they do have like VA commentary and stuff like that. And I never really heard anything like not like this. Like they have outtakes on it, but not like this. Because some of these, like a lot of these quote unquote jokes are kind of spicy. So I don't know, Kenpachi, if you have one of them queued up. Probably one of the
I
more
played.
one of the more tame
The
ones.
tamest
Because
one I could find is Hercule talking about this man. His.
yeah, there was one where Krillin was talking about, like, I don't know if he was talking about Android 18. He was talking about, oh, you know how much it takes care to take care of this B word, this, that, and the third. And he was like, he kind of threw out some derogatory uh slurs towards women out there. But
Yeah.
that's like one of the more tame ones, because I think there were like 9 files in total, and like those are the couple of the more tame ones, but the other one like
Were
kind of were
OD.
out there. Like this dude that does Goku's voice was talking about, oh, look at Gohan's clothes. He's a bundle of sticks. He's this. He's that. He's gay. Look at him dressing like an FAG and all that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
he just keeps saying it because he kept saying it. I'm like, yo,
Yeah. It's not even
his
funny now.
his not it like.
You just
And
repeating
then there
it.
was another, one where it's Chi Chi's voice actress, and she's talking about like
She's
that
getting
one was
drilled.
wild. That one was wild.
Yeah.
Like obviously no need to play that one. Like in the in the grand scheme of things, like these, like they're jokes, and just like they're not really all that, like, I mean, some
Funny.
of them might, they're not really that funny. I found them really cringy.
Yeah.
I think
I
that's
don't
the
know if
best
that's
way to
white
put it.
humor, but like that. I don't know.
I mean,
Like.
let's call a spade a spade. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It was just like they were making jokes, and then the big one was Chris Sabat, who did this. He did a 5 minute skit in character with Piccolo and Kami and Mr. Popo and
That
Yamcha.
was
They were, and like I kid you not, he did a whole 5 minute skit of all those characters having a gay orgy. 5 minutes of that. Like it was
yeah.
just not. It was mad uncomfortable too. It's just like
Funimation, bro.
it had me looking at my wrist. I don't even wear a watch. Like, how long is this going for?
Yeah.
Bro, it's just like I mean, I don't know if you want to play one of the safer ones, but yeah, it's just
I
none of those jokes
don't want
where
to play any of them, Loki.
I mean, I didn't expect you to, because a lot of they made their and this is here's the thing too. So as soon as all these audio files came out, they were making the rounds on Twitter. They like Funimation legit blew up overnight. They were trending for a good day and a half over this stuff. Um, and yeah, like I said, they're pretty spicy, and now it's gotten to the point to where the Japanese media has picked up on it, and Toei knows about it. Toei Animation, and they are not happy. Everything that I've read. As a matter of fact, I think they're coincidentally in the states this week to negotiate a contract stuff with Crunchyroll. So they might be making a pit stop over to Texas to talk to Funimation and be like, come here, sit in my office. Come here. What's going on? What is this? Talk to me about this, bro."
Yeah.
Because like some of the, like a lot of those like a lot of those things they were saying weren't necessarily like bad. It was they were just really cringy, and I think the big thing with the audio leaks is like, oh, like because you have people like saying, oh, I mean, they're just jokes. Like, what does everyone get so bent out of shape for? I don't get it. So it's like, yeah, like I said, like they're jokes,
But that
and
was on
for the most,
company time.
but here's the thing, like, um, they're not like it was on company time, supposedly on company equipment, so they took like time out of their day to record all that stuff.
Yeah.
And the major problem is, and the reason why Toei's been out of shape is the voice actors were doing that stuff in character, so they're technically using the Dragon Ball character likeness to do those things. That's what makes it a problem. Because especially now, because if you think about it, like this has ripple effects. So you think about it, the Olympics are going to be in the Summer Games are going to be in Japan in
2020.
next year, and Goku was supposed to be the flagship mascot for the Olympics, and then this is what's
I
making the
thought it was
rounds.
also Mario as well
Yeah,
as a side.
Mario. I think Mario is, um, and I think there was one other character, but Goku was definitely supposed to be like mascots for promoting the Olympics, and this is what comes out right before that happens. Like that it's bad publicity, and Toei's not happy about that at all. Um, so there's that. Um, and then the last thing that's kind of been making the rounds lately, and this is kind of like a fluid story because this is still coming out. So an affidavit for one of the other Dragon Ball voice actors. I think he did Android 17. Um, what's the name? What's the little y'all niggas that watch Dragon Ball? What's the little
I don't
short
watch
blue?
Dragon Ball, so I
I
don't.
was I was kind of talking to Marty.
What's up?
Popo?
No, not Popo. The short blue nigga from the original Dragon Ball. You
Garlic.
remember his? Yeah, Garlic, and there was another one. But anyway, yeah, he does all the same voices. But he put out an affidavit that was just pretty much calling out like all the Funimation's like culture and their work environment. Um, I was actually trying to find some screen caps of it because
Pilaf
it's
too. The other
Pilaf.
guy.
Yeah, that was his name. I was trying to find screen caps of what he was talking about in his affidavit. Um, but basically, he was just talking about how just like how like raunchy and sexually charged the work environment at Funimation is. Like, it's like for them to like be making jokes like they were making in those audio clips. It's pretty commonplace, as a matter of fact. Um, and then um, there was the big thing that's kind of coming out right now is so y'all know what a casting couch is, right?
Maybe allegedly.
Allegedly,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Since my mom is watching.
that's what I'm saying. So there's like there's allegedly there's rumors that Chris Sabat is essentially running a casting couch at Funimation for like
Yo.
up and coming actresses that are trying to get roles on Dragon Ball or any other shows. They pretty much ran through him, um, and for them to get like roles, they would have to be doing certain things to appease the powers that be, so they can get those roles. So again, all of this is unconfirmed, but this is what was in that guy's affidavit. So this is pretty much what he's heard. And keep in mind, an affidavit that's a legal document. So
Yeah, that's
he's
truth.
talking
Truth.
that's under oath. So if he's lying, he's in trouble then. Um, so yeah, that's kind of the big thing that's making the rounds right now as far as Funimation goes. You got these audio leaks. You've got voice actors, but pretty much like calling out like the inappropriate work environment that's over there. Um, oh, there's actually one more. So, Marty, you remember the old voice for Kid Goku and Kid Gohan, right?
The female.
Yeah. Do you know
Yeah.
how she pretty much? You know how? Do you ever find it weird how she kind of just like disappeared off the face of the earth?
I thought she just got old.
I mean, that's because that's what they put out. But apparently, like she was on Twitter the other day, talking about how like a lot of those favors and advances that were being pushed on her, and then she wasn't really with that, so they kind of
Hmm.
made a conscious effort to push her out, and
Really?
that's kind of the reason why she's not at Funimation anymore, and she stopped getting roles. At least
Wow.
that's what she's saying. So again, whether there's any merit to that, that remains to be seen. But that
Hope
seems to
people
be
don't
what.
lie.
Yeah, I mean, what do they? Because what do they have to lose at that point?
Hmm.
Um,
Honestly.
Hmm.
so yeah, that's kind of what's making the rounds of fun. There's a lot of not good. Like I said, Toei's not happy with them at all. So it's gotten to the point to where they actually might just have Funimation give them the keys to Dragon Ball. It's like, no, y'all can't do this no more. Like
That's
y'all
tough.
are really y'all making because it's got like I said, it's gotten so bad. Like the Japanese caught wind of it and it's making the news over that. Like it was on Japanese TV news over the other day. So it's not it's a lot of stuff going on and it's not good.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's just a mess. So meanwhile, Vic, meanwhile this dude Vic is just chilling. Is just
yeah,
chilling. He
he's
ain't saying.
like, dang, that's
He
crazy.
said, "Yo, that's tough."
Hmm.
That's
That's
so
funny.
so. And again, here's the thing. It's just like it's not so much what the work environment is or what they said on those audio clips. Like I mean, in any kind of entertainment business, you wouldn't be surprised if there's like some scandalous activity going on in there. Like it wouldn't surprise me
It
anyway. I don't
definitely
know about
wouldn't.
y'all.
Yeah.
It wouldn't because hell, probably there's probably a lot worse stuff that goes on in like big Hollywood. But here's the thing: like they got this dude Vic fired and almost convicted and almost put out from the industry because half truths and false allegations and stuff that's way less. Here they go, and here they are on company time, like making homophobic jokes and like just all kinds of just all out of pocket stuff. It's just out of control, apparently, according to the testimony from some of these other people. So it's like it's just basically the whole point of this, all this coming out was just to point out the hypocrisy of what's going on over there. It's like, yo, you try to get this dude essentially killed
Yeah, that's like
for
you
way
taking
less.
his way of
You're
living.
taking his livelihood, and
Yeah.
he's on antidepressants. Like, that's no joke. Because of all this stuff. So like you're getting you're belittling this dude doing way less, and like yeah, he might be like socially awkward or something like that, or he may have made um like poor judgments and stuff like that. But that doesn't mean that you have to go out and tear his life apart. And here y'all doing just stuff that's just as bad, if not worse. So that's pretty much all that's going on right now. So I think the next court hearing is like this Friday, I think, and best believe the judges and stuff or the jury is gonna see all this. So we'll see what happens next. But it's not a good time to be a Funimation right
Yeah.
now. There's a lot of noise.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if more people that either work there now or worked there before are gonna come out and back my man up
yeah,
and
because
back
there's
her up.
yeah, because there's a lot of people that because I think there's people that work there now. You notice how quiet they are.
Yeah.
Like because I've been kind of keeping tabs on like because I follow some of them. I was following them before all this stuff came out. Like I was following Chris Sabat on Twitter, and like he hasn't said a word in like a week. So it's
He
like,
know what's up, bro.
I was like, I was like, oh really? This stuff ain't true. How come you ain't saying nothing then? Come out and debunk it.
Yeah.
Speak your truth.
My
Where you at,
man know
bro?
what's up, bro.
So, yeah, no, yeah, everybody who's in on the hot seat, they are dead quiet. They are quiet as the grave right now.
Yeah, they...
So, so I mean, and the other thing too, and probably the last point I make, like I don't think, and I'm not really calling for anybody's job, and I don't think that's gonna happen because I feel like they do deserve the chance to explain themselves what goes on behind there. It's like, is any of this true, and if so, why? Um, but again, it's just kind of the point on the hypocrisy to how they've been acting and how they've been treating one person individually. Um, just and I don't and it's not even really clear as to why they're treating him like this because Kenpachi, I think I showed you that video to where like Vic was supposedly up for like a director job or something like that,
That's when it
and
all started.
that's when it all started. And apparently, like just before the Broly movie came out, they were trying to get him casting, and that didn't work. So they're like, all right, well we gotta take it to the next level, and that's when all the allegations came out. So like it's starting to become clear. Like like everybody who's involved, like for whatever reason, they just have not. They haven't liked him from day one for whatever reason, and they've been plotting on his downfall off the jump. And this is just like their latest attempt, and I guess their most successful attempt so far, because it's been a firestorm for like at least for the last 9 months. It's been something major happening every month since this started. It's like I said,
It's
it's just a lot.
it's
You know,
it definitely is. Like I'm new to this. I'm new to just Dragon Ball and being, I guess I don't want. I'm not gonna say immersed because I'm not really immersed, but at least knowing the people that do the roles for the anime characters that I love,
they've
you
been
know.
around for a long time,
Yeah, and
and they
they've
do other
been
voices
doing
for
a
other
lot
people
of stuff.
much.
Yeah. So now that we're looking on the business aspect and truthfully the court side of it too, it's just like a lot of this stuff, it's like
It's tiring.
yeah,
It
it's
really
one,
is.
it's tiring, and then it raises questions like, how do you see people? Like, what, like,
Yeah,
how do
like it's
you?
getting like, but when all this was still coming out and still fresh, I was like, all right, well, I mean, I know like I'm personally, I want to see like due process. I want to see Vic get his process, and if it's like either way, if he's guilty, if he's innocent, I just want to be able to let the story play out
Hmm.
and let him get his due process because I don't think it's fair that he just gets to lose his whole job and his whole life for stuff
Yeah,
that can't even really necessarily
I
prove
hope
it.
someone picks him
Um,
up
yeah.
after this.
But my thing is like you said, like a lot of these people have been around for such a long time. So it's like for when it was first coming out, I was like, well, I know what side of the fence I'm on for, but like I still vibe with a lot of their products, particularly for Funimation. So it's like, let me just separate the art from the artist. But as time goes on, it's getting a lot harder.
Yeah,
Like
it's
I can't look at Goku the same way because I know the person behind his voice is like calling people FAGs, attacking people for their religion and calling them
yeah,
all
bro.
kinds of crazy. It's just like, bro, like it's getting real hard to separate the art from the artist with a lot of these people.
Yeah,
I can't.
it's
I don't know if I can watch My Hero this. I can't watch it dubbed
it.
right now as of right now.
Man, it's
And I'm pumped for My Hero to come out in October. I can't watch it now.
Hmm. That's tough.
it definitely. Damn, now I gotta look to see who voices this, cause it's like, yo, like after this,
Go back, go
I don't
look it
want
up
to
and
I don't want to
look
support you after this. Like
look
I'm
at his
not.
IMDb. Look at any of those actors that are out there: Sean Shemo, Chris Sabat, help Monica Rial,
Yeah,
Jamie Marchi. They're in a lot of stuff that you watch, bro.
yeah. I swear to God, if they're in Hunter x
Why? And
Hunter,
again,
I'm I'm retiring from
it
anime.
and it lent
Damn.
and it lends credence to that whole casting couch thing. Why do you think all the same people get the same roles every time Funimation gets a show? Think about it.
Mm.
Hmm.
And
You
because
Logic.
right.
these aren't direct Funimation employees. These are contractors, so they can go anywhere they want. Funimation just keeps bringing them back, and they let them. And for those that don't know, apparently Chris Sabat he's kind of like he has a managerial power over there, so he's kind of like a de facto manager without actually being an actual manager.
Hmm.
So again, think about it. Why do you think all the people get all the same roles?
Yeah.
So
This is they gonna have to knock that. This is even if nah, this is most definitely gonna knock that monopoly down for sure.
it has to,
Yeah.
because like I said, Toei's seeing this, they're not happy. You got to know Sony's
Yeah. So I know
because
for
Funimation
sure
because
Sony's looking at him.
I know Sony is not happy having spent on legal. Funimation's money is money.
Hmm. Most definitely.
Like it's like someone put on Twitter, they're putting up a meme. It's like they photoshopped the Funimation, Toei, and Sony logos, like with like two parents arguing over their kid. Like a kid was in trouble, and the parents are arguing who's like what to do with him.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And like Toei was the mom, Sony was the dad, and Funimation's the little kid. So it's
Yeah.
like
That's.
it's literally like that. It's like what are we gonna do with
Hey, kick him out.
suckers, yo? Like we ground them? Do we send them to boot camp? It's like do we sell
Nah.
them off? It's just like
I'd sell him off to be honest.
depending on how far, because
Get rid
like I
of
said,
Funimation, bro.
this lawsuit is just getting started, bro. Like this is
Yeah.
just the first round of people he's going to sue. Because I think Vic is eventually supposed to sue Chris outright, Chris Sabat outright.
Yeah.
This is just the first round of litigation. So if it gets even worse, which I think it will for them,
Oh,
Sony
most
just might
definitely. It's only
Sony might
going
just
down from here.
Sony might just come out and say, "Yo, like, we'll can we just settle this, please? We'll just give you $1 million or whatever you want, and then all these people go, bruh. We're done. Y'all are never working in this industry again, as far as we're concerned."
Straight blacklist them.
Yeah,
I
because
wouldn't be
even
surprised.
if they get fired from Sony or Funimation or whatever, and they can go, I guess technically they can still go wherever they want. What studio want to hire them at this? That's too much noise at this point.
Yeah,
I
it's
wouldn't be mad at that. I think they deserve it for like ruining a brand like that.
Yeah,
That's Can that be considered defamation?
it
No.
is.
mm,
That's one of the
Is
things
it?
that that's one of the things that Vic is suing over is defamation,
yeah, that's
and they're interfering with his ability to find other work. Because even after he got fired from Funimation, he's still trying to find work. People are messing with him, saying don't hire him because he's this, that, and the third,
yeah,
and it's messing with his
Yeah.
work, and it's not true. So now he has to sue them so he can keep working.
yeah.
It's nuts, yeah.
It's time to blacklist those people
It's
there.
yeah,
It's such a mess.
and it's like all those people that were like, "Oh, kick Vic." Where y'all at? I thought we was
I
kicking
mean,
Vic. What's going on?
they're
It's
still
straight
there.
up
A
cancel
lot of those,
culture.
yeah, it really is. It's cancer culture, and those people are still in denial. They're like, oh, well, those all those documents were made up, and all like a lot of those people, including the actors themselves, some of them are doubling down, saying, no, this is what really happened, no matter how much proof has come out against that. So it's just they're those, as far as I'm concerned, they're delusional. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not necessarily a fan of Vic. Like I do mess with a lot of his work and stuff. I think he's really good at what he does. Like I said, I just want to see due process. I want to be able to see him get a fair shake in court,
mhm,
no
most
matter
definitely.
which way it goes. Because the way that the Kick Vic was trying to make it, they're trying to make sure that he never works
Sees the
again.
light of day, yo. They're
It's
like,
nuts, yo. So yeah, like I said, it's a lot of noise, and it's right now browsing my YouTube because I've been watching videos on this week, and there's still more stuff that's coming out. It's a mess. Something's got to give with Funimation. They are in big trouble.
yeah. There's, oof, um, damn. Yeah, I need
Yeah.
to check. I need to
Starts going
check
through a
Hunter x
midlife
Hunter.
crisis now.
Yeah, I'm like, yo,
Dude, his life.
I hope I did not support these people in any way, yo. Like,
There.
I mean, I don't. I hope that doesn't ruin, because it doesn't ruin my perception of who Goku is.
I mean, you can
You know what I'm
still enjoy
saying?
the show, but like
yeah,
I said,
yeah,
it's
Yeah.
just
most
a lot harder.
definitely.
The
Yeah,
art.
it just sucks, like, because Kenpachi, I mean, I hope it doesn't, like, hinder you too much
Yeah,
from
it's
enjoying what
not because
you're
I'ma
doing.
still love the character, but it's like, dang, your voice
Yeah,
just hit different now. I don't know. It's
that's not. Yeah, I was thinking about this on the way home today. Like Full Metal Alchemist is still like my favorite anime of all time. It's just a lot of these people I can't mess with no more, bruh. It's just like
yeah,
I know,
it's
like
like
it's just crazy knowing like the person behind this character's voice is actually.
yeah, it's like I don't hear
X
Gon
Y Z
anymore.
man.
I hear Chris. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to do this anymore. But
Look on the bright side, though. This is most definitely going to open up the floor
oh,
for
this the
upcoming
floodgates for great
voice actors.
voice actors for sure.
Yeah, especially like the mini YouTubers. I'm pretty sure if they got the good team on their side, they're gonna go down the YouTube rabbit hole and be like, all
Yeah.
right, let's contact
Hey, my
this
man
and that
from
person.
RDC, that's the first step.
Yeah,
Starting to be a
He
voice
getting
actor
that
for an
bag.
anime.
He getting the
Um,
big bag.
Yeah.
Kenpachi,
yeah,
I'm proud of him.
Funimation didn't dub Hunter x Hunter, did they? No
Oh,
studio.
yeah.
I'm
They
looking
did,
at the
didn't they?
I'm looking at the cast list. You're safe. I don't see a lot of the. Wait, this is the Ocean dub. Never mind. Hold up. Where's the 2011 joint?
let me peep.
It's like we will know that saying, "Never meet your heroes."
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let's see. Matt Mercer's in here. Okay. Oh, DC Doug. He's one.
Oh my
He got banned
God.
off. He got banned off Twitter the other day.
Mm-mm.
Ooh,
Yo, please.
Uh, Todd Habercorn's in here. They were trying to get him in trouble too.
Oh my God.
I mean, he's in the same boat as Vic in that he's suing these people too. There's some ties in here. Not like Chris Sabat's not in here, so I think you're there.
As long as they don't have my favorite character voices, I think I'll be alright. If they
Yeah,
don't have Kurapika, Hisoka, or Gon.
I think you're safe.
All
For the
right.
most part.
Whew, man. All right, next is Bleach. Let's get it. All right. All right.
Well, Vic is in that one, so I don't know about Vic.
Oh, jeez. Wait, he is in Bleach?
Vic is a good guy.
Yeah, he's Ikaku.
Wait, who's? Oh my God, I gotta retrace the memory. Who is that?
The bald guy. He was with was he with Renji?
Oh, he was a lieutenant.
Yeah, he was a lieutenant.
Oh,
Yeah, that was Vic.
oh, that's tough. That's tough. Okay, I remember now. That's tough. My man was funny. Um, that being said, uh, anyone else got anything to say about Funimation? It's been a
They in trouble.
it's a lot of stuff. And I don't want to say some of y'all are new to it, but y'all haven't got the full gist of it like me and Blitz has. But any
Well, it's
any
been going
input?
on for a long time. If you
Yeah.
you can find information on. There's plenty of it if you're looking for it. But yeah, it's just a lot of noise.
It's a lot of. All right, I'm gonna head out. There's a lot of
There's a lot of. We'll call you.
yeah. It's a lot of. Oh really? You know, it's a lot of stuff going around.
Yeah, uh, yeah. It just made me think like, yo, you know how they were making the home jokes, yo. Yeah, at this point, I wouldn't put it past them if the N word hasn't been uttered in there, yo.
I know it's been uttered, yo.
I would not put it past anybody at this point.
Hard R?
Yeah, I wouldn't put
Damn.
it past them.
That's tough.
Oh, by the way, because in that homophobic skit, Chris Sabat was doing. He made a joke about Mr. Popo about being an indentured servant. I caught that. I didn't. You don't do this like Chris. I caught that. So, I don't put past anybody. I don't put anything past anybody. So it just sucks, bro.
Low key. Hey, but that's another podcast, you feel me? That being said, where we at? We're surprisingly haven't even touched the 2 hour mark yet. We're an hour and 37. All right.
Chef, you still with us?
Absolutely.
I think we're done.
Yeah, we
With
done.
that
We're about to hit the live portion right now.
Sorry, anime was so depressing this week.
Yeah, jeez, man, it's been something. Be real with you. But yeah, we have a special guest drumroll, please. Mom,
Oh my god.
mommy,
I almost spit on my drink.
mama, mom.
Oh
If you're
my God.
here, let me hold on. Let me text her.
Is she in the house?
Yes, you can.
You better
talk
go
to her.
down there and get her.
Get your lazy ass up.
We'll make sure there's no dead air.
Ma. Oh wait, is she unmuted? Ma.
She is indeed unmuted.
Oh, okay, can you... Hello? Mother.
She's saying something.
Hold on,
I
let
think
me...
you need to
Hold on,
get-
yeah.
yeah, you need to
yeah.
get back
Alright,
to that.
alright.
Don't worry, I got you.
Yeah.
Please no. Please.
Oh, meanwhile, while we have this brief pause in the discussion, if you're new to the stream and to the podcast, make sure you hit that follow button. It's purple in the top right-hand corner of your screen. If you hit that follow button, you'll be notified of future streams for Nerd Kenpachi, as well as podcasts that are recorded every Wednesday at 8 o'clock Eastern Time.
Say something.
And then there's also a YouTube channel called Gen 1. Go ahead and go over to YouTube, subscribe to that, where stream highlights and episodes of this podcast will also be up. So, yeah.
Oh.
Thanks for listening.
Another thing is that
It's not working.
there's currently September. You get
This
50%
is-
off your first sub
Oh,
if
yeah,
you
it is
subscribe at $5 or more. So
Yes.
sub is only $2.49.
Yeah, subscribe to this dude so we can get through college.
Please. I need that. I'm gonna need that check.
Every
tough.
bit helps.
Yes.
For just $5 a day, or not a day, but
For
a
just
month.
$5 a day.
You too can.
Two times, my friend.
I'm done. That's funny.
Uh,
Discord or go through Twitch?
Discord. Hey, chef, drop some bars on the podcast.
We are
real quick.
live.
Yeah.
We are live.
Yeah, drop some heat real quick.
Like
I don't do such things at the drop of a dime.
It is
Oh, you don't?
$2.49.
Only if I'm running. You know what I'm saying?
If you run. Hey, low key. Hey, come on. I know you got some bars, bro. I know you be writing some lyrics down. Come on, yeah.
Shouldn't you be helping your mom in order to set up? the
I am.
microphone?
All right. There's dead air. All right. Come on.
No, we got that covered.
No, trust me, we got it. Like I said, it's only $2.49 in order to subscribe to give the Kenpachi podcast room. Just saying. Thanks to Subway for September. All from September 3rd all the way to the 24th. You can subscribe for only.
Kill that noise. Kill all that noise with the subscribing stuff, bro. Jeremy Renner had an app that was shut down immediately, bro.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Yeah.
What do you do?
So he made a social media type app, I assume, and everybody started trolling. They made a Casey Anthony account.
Oh no!
Who was dude that offed himself? Epstein. They made an account for him.
Oh no!
That's
no.
wild.
Yo,
Why are people
was
wild? We
wilding.
can't have nothing, yo.
the people was wild. So yeah, he had a app that was literally shut down. And it looks like in like 5 seconds or something like that. I didn't even know he came out with an app.
Damn.
But after all the trolls came on there, he had to shut that all down.
Was it like a mobile app or something?
Yeah, I think so. And it just looks like a
Site, no?
What was it
yeah,
called?
just social media type thing.
What was it called?
The Jeremy Renner app.
Oh, he wasn't ready.
I
for
think
the internet code.
there's no specific name, so I'm just gonna call it the Jeremy Renner app.
Is it upstairs?
Yes.
Damn it.
Where upstairs?
Oh yeah, it was literally called Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy Renner.
What made him want to open up an app?
Who knows what in the world he's doing? I think the Avengers. Yo, I think that snap really messed him up more than we thought. That was crazy.
Poor guy.
I just wanted to throw that out there, Jeremy Renner.
That's crazy, yo. Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Yo, my 6 feet looking fire.
Hey, yeah, low key. Let's talk about that. Hold on.
What
My-
what happened?
What?
This man, SSJ, learning Siegfried. I got a tournament in what is it, October 3rd, right? And if I win 2 matches, I go against Linkors. He's the top Siegfried NA.
NAI.
Yeah,
No, it's 2 feet for you then.
Hey Marty, I don't know if you can
You
get better. I'm gonna need someone to train with that Siegfried. So
When's that tournament?
He's about the same
October
as
3rd.
it's about the same as Nightmare. You just got to keep your distance and like really rely on the side stepping. It's the only
Yeah,
thing
I
I can
mean-
really think of for
I can't-
Siegfried.
I can't really speak too much on him.
Well, his
Still
moves
pal.
are easier. His moves have always been easy.
Yeah, that's what I was watching in the videos. The guys I was watching,
Aren't
they
you
were like,
currently?
Siegfried's still
currently-
easy to sidestep.
Aren't you currently gonna be in a tournament? next
Yes,
week?
I will be plugging that at the end of the stream.
Oh,
Yeah. I was gonna.
Damn,
I was plugging him at the end.
Yeah, but Kenpachi, you got me until Zafina comes out.
Oh,
But
for
after
sure,
Which
for
Zafina
might
sure.
be
comes out,
tomorrow or it might be next week. We don't know.
I'm going
Yeah.
pro. I want y'all to know.
Hey, be better than Benz, but we ain't gonna talk about that right now.
That's not hard to do though.
I'm already better than
Oof,
Ben.
oof. All
What are you
right, all
talking
right,
about?
all right.
Probably- no,
The
I
slander,
could
stop,
probably-
stop.
The slander, this is
Slander
facts.
is true.
This is, I am better than Ben.
Come on.
All right,
Ask him
we
about that 30
have.
plus
Yeah,
game
we
win,
don't know
not
what
win
it is
streak, but
around
wins
here.
I had.
Yo, chill, bro.
You seen man's on This bro chopped the whole camera down, yo. I'm not gonna be able to
Karate
get
chop
over that.
that shit. Ow.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna be able to get over that. Yo.
All right, so we have the new guest. The drone wheel is kind of late. We want to do a quick one. We want quick. All right.
Hey.
Mom.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi,
Yes,
Mom.
Hi.
I'm
Hi.
Guys.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Good evening.
Hello.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
For everyone in the podcast, I have my lovely mother on, and yeah.
Oh, before we proceed, Mrs. Brown, since this podcast is called Kenpachi's Room, can I ask you a question?
Is it dirty?
No, not at all. I appreciate you taking the precautions, but no, it's not.
Yes.
So does he clean his room since it's called Kenpachi's room? Is it clean?
Yo.
That's what I said. You mean is it dirty?
Oh,
Is there
bars.
quick?
Oh.
Oh, yo,
Oh, she
He's
quick
gotta
with the
clean
pickup.
his room. He's gotta clean his room
Bars.
I bet.
at certain times.
Yeah, all right.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Fair
All
enough.
right.
That's all you can ask for.
All right. That being said, Mom, I got you for the life portion of the podcast. Gonna ask you some questions. We're gonna go down the line. We're gonna start with you first, since you're guessing. You the moms. Um. So first question. Um. We're gonna start with. Yeah, we're gonna start with the second one. All right. We're gonna go. Mom, Blitz. Yeah, Mom. So basically, my mom is above Blitz, and we're gonna go straight down. Me being last. All right. So, Mom. First, how's your day? How was the day?
Mm, it was a long day, but it's all
My
good.
mom says the same thing.
Yeah, I feel that.
Likewise.
Crazy.
I feel that.
Just in Spanish.
Um. All right. The question: what's the hardest truth you've ever learned?
mm, wow.
And it can be any point in your life.
Mm, the hardest truth that I've ever learned. Hmm. I think my response is going to be more global because a lot of things can fall into it. Is that um, a lot of people don't think and feel like I do. So therefore, they
Ah.
don't respond or they don't do certain things like I would do it. So that can be personal as far as relationships, or that can be work as far as they just do things differently. So sometimes it makes it harder than making it easier. And some people just don't have the heart that I have. So I'm learning that every day and trying to not let it change who I am just because other people are that way.
Hmm.
That's a good one.
That's
That
Yeah,
is a good one.
that
I agree with
is
that one. Actually, I relate to that
that's a
one.
deep truth right there. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm actually gonna keep note of that.
That's low key. Hey, yo, Mom, we low key. That's tough. That's tough. Um. Dang.
I
All
can't think of a
right.
good
Yeah,
follow-up
low
question.
key. I'm like, whoa. What do I say to that? That's like I can't really say anything because it's like it's so true. It's like that's how it be. That it's like that's how it be. It's like I most definitely understand that. It's like you probably seen it too, where it's like where I don't know. I'm like talking about something, and you can see the gravity I hold towards whatever it may be,
hmm
like
Right.
whatever it be, like video games, or I'm talking about like an anime that I watched, or even like apart from that, just like something I'm passionate about. Like
hmm
if I'm like telling Grammy like about streaming and whatnot, and like like
It's not
the
registered at
gravity,
all.
yeah, I mean,
It's not registered.
I feel like it doesn't
hmm
have to register like to a point where it's like,
Right.
oh, I don't know where streaming is, but it's like, okay,
hmm
I'm telling that I need this certain time out the day, and you can feel the gravity and how important it is to me.
hmm
So it's like I know some people can't really get it, so that's why I don't really bother letting people know or telling people because I know like what's the point if you're not gonna feel it the same way I do. So
mm
I
I feel
definitely
it.
yeah, but
Yeah,
it
in
also
some cases that's true, but I think also in other cases you may be able to, I guess, pull somebody over or at least let them see the passion in what you're doing. So sometimes you can see as in, yes, I'm giving too much energy to try to have you see things my way. So it's more of a, you're just going to believe.
oh
Uh-oh.
ma
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
hello
Hello?
ma
I think you're
ma
back. Oh
Hold
hello
no.
on.
hey yo ma
Please stand by.
yeah
Do 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 do
ma you
do.
good?
Uh oh.
Did she disconnect on? Did it
I
kick her
think so.
off the
Hold
show?
on, yeah.
Did it?
Am I back?
Yeah,
We
you're
hear
Okay,
good.
you
something.
good?
We
All
hear
right.
something.
Oh,
All right.
okay. Sorry. I heard something go off, but I didn't know that was me. Sorry. Uh, so I think depending on how deep the relationship is, then that's where you should give a little bit more energy to try to either have someone see your side as well as you see theirs. And that's just not romantic, but that's familial as well.
Facts.
Yep.
Heat. Um. Yeah. I know that most definitely. Sometimes I fall into category where it's like I know they're not gonna stand, so I'm not even gonna like try bother telling them, and it's kind of almost like I'm underestimating their capability and capacity to understand just like how that person thinks and how they would understand. So it's like, yeah, I mean, like you said, the stronger the bond, I feel like the more effort you should try to show them how it
That's
is. So
that's fair.
most definitely, yeah. Um, Blitz, what about you?
Um, the
Oh, no,
hardest
no,
truth that I've learned,
I didn't.
probably, you can't do everything yourself. So,
I feel that
um,
on a deep level.
I've always, I guess, I've always been an independent person. Um, to where I prefer. Well, I guess I'll start with I'm introverted, like super introverted. I interact well with people and I get along with people well. I can engage them, but if I had a choice, I'd rather not. I'd rather just handle things, do my own thing. Um, and I always like even growing up and as a kid and to probably my early to mid 20s, I had a habit of just kind of um, really not communicating those that were close to me because I didn't. Whole thought process was I don't want to really burden them with whatever my issue was or whatever I was thinking about, whatever I was going through. So I would just kind of keep that isolated to myself and kind of try to work things out on my own. And some things you can do that, but there's a lot of things in this life that you can't do on your own, whether it's uh, anything physical or emotional, spiritual, anything like that. Um, you do need other people, and you do need to let them in to kind of give you some like a different perspective because they can say or do or offer you a different angle to something that you probably never even really considered because um, you're so focused on whatever your tunnel vision is for whatever the issue is. Like it's that old saying, you can see the forest for the trees, or vice versa, or however it goes. Um, like I was kind of that was always see the trees, but I wouldn't see the forest. So
Hmm.
um, take whether it be my parents or a significant other at the time, or a teacher or a mentor or something like that. Um, I realized eventually that you can't do and you can't do everything on your own. It does pay to be self sufficient because that's what I was kind of raised to be, but you can't do everything on your own. That would be my answer.
I love asking these questions because man, y'all be getting some hard hitters, boy. Y'all on some a different type of level. Um, but now I think about what you said, like just how from my mom said and me seeing how it applies to my life. That's definitely applicable to me in some way. Not exactly how you said it, but most definitely I can see it um happening or from other from that like the spectator standpoint from just me seeing it happen to other people and just how they interact and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah it's jeez um all right now moving on chef what about you my man
I got two, if that's cool.
that's cool
All right.
no
The
problem
first one has to do with money, and unfortunately, I learned it through gaming studios, but it applies to everything else. That money is sort of like the worst thing that could happen to people.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being the topic, the hardest truth for that one is that people mostly care about money and nothing else. Like anybody, if it's money involved in somebody else's well being, that's on the other side of it. Money is mostly going to be what the other person takes, and they just kind of leave the other person out to dry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think they
It's
do
like
that
it's like,
deliberately, or
huh?
this is? Do you think they do that deliberately, or that's just kind of where their mindset goes and they don't even realize it?
I feel they do it deliberately. I've seen mainly with the like big studios and stuff like that. They'll just try to get as much money as they can without even thinking about anybody else. It's all about just racking as much up as you can.
So EA.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can just say their name because you know.
Yeah, there's
Well,
no
to
there's no
me, I
need
feel
to.
like for that particular example, it's because at the end of the day, like the EA is a business, like they're a company and they're in a business, and I think that's
yeah,
the ultimate goal of any business is to generate profit.
Yeah.
right,
And by the thing with EA is they just do it by any means necessary, whether that's nickel and diming you for everything in a game, or holding stuff back, or driving a game away just for in favor of a game that generates more money or more sales for them,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. But at the same time, I feel like you can't really fault them because that's the core of being a company is to generate profit. So
hmm,
I think where it gets lost is I think you have to look at developers themselves. Um, it's like that one of those things where like is the developer really focused on making a good product, or are they focused on just making money or doing whatever? And some devs are like that, but how do we know it's not pressure from their bosses again to generate sales as much as possible? So
right.
Yeah.
so
And
it
yeah.
It's all
depends.
about keeping the some things afloat, but at the same time, I feel like you it's not that much of a sacrifice just for the extra money. It's just like your character is being exposed.
Mm-hmm. I
That's
can.
in turn to that you trying to get as much money as possible.
Yeah.
It makes me think of that saying to where money. They say money doesn't change people; it just reaffirms who you are. So whoever you are without money is the same person that you are when you get it. I think that's kind of more in line what you were saying to where like if someone who was growing up in the struggle in the hood somewhere, um, like barely had a part time job, barely making ends meet, but would buy like the iPhone 10 or something, buy a car that's out of their means. Um, like they would buy stuff like that. Then like say they finally like hit the lottery or something, and then you just find out like 5 years later they're back where they started because they kept splurging on stuff was probably irresponsible. Um, I could definitely see what you're saying, where it's like money seems like the driving factor for a lot of plight. I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
Definitely for sure, and that applies to all different types of situations.
yeah.
I would agree.
And then my last one, cliche, but I mean it kind of is something that's happened recently. It's like people say it all the time. Life is too short. You got to start cherishing the good moments and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's like because
Mhm.
I've seen people go through life and not make anything of themselves. And I'm not saying like that as a bad thing, but it's like they had the opportunity to do something, but they just chose not to do anything with it. And then they live the rest of their life in regret or just wishing that they did what they should have done a long time ago.
Yeah.
Um, but it's like I've seen people, it's like life is too short because I've seen people's life get cut short
Mhm.
because I mean it just happens, but it's like you gotta really use every day to enjoy what you actually have at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you just can't free will it through life. You just gotta, you know, actually enjoy every moment that you have and make the best out of it.
Most definitely. And yeah, this.
Facts.
Yeah, it's nothing but facts. Like it's kind of sad, but also like this. It's the evil world we live in. You know, it's like it's
Here you go
like
again.
like it's reality, and we just gonna have to face it. So it's like either you're just gonna load around and just go day by day, just living. And when I mean living, you just existing at that point, or are you gonna live it? You know, like are you gonna do your best and enjoy it at least? You know, even if there's something stopping you from being your best, at least enjoy what you have. You know, even if it's not much, just hey, I'm alive today, so you know, I'm enjoying that.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Cause that even people nowadays are taking that for granted. So
big time.
yeah, big time. Um, so most definitely that's I don't I wouldn't even say that's like something cheesy or like cliche to say. That's like that's I feel like that's always going to be something that like tops everything else in that field and like in that aspect because it's like you just have to do it. Like there's no other way to live life like that because if you're not living it like that, are you really living? You know? Like are you
Yeah,
really you just there at that point? Like you're literally just a waste of space at that point. But I mean, it is what it is, you know?
Yeah, that's basically all I had.
Yeah. Um, nitrous oxide mouse wolf. What do you think?
Yo, I got this one, and I think you might relate with this one, Kenpachi.
Oh boy.
But not anything you can do is perfect. There is no
I know
perfection.
he was doing this. I know I
Trust
know
me,
he was trying to come after
it
me.
hurts. It really does hurt. Funny. Okay, I'm gonna be 100% real with y'all. I take therapy. I just need a little bit of help. I literally told my therapist about this feeling of like this black and white, where like if it ain't perfect, I don't do it,
Mhm.
and that ain't right. Because creativity needs that grayscale.
Mhm.
Because throughout my life, I don't know how I got this, but throughout my life, all I wanted was perfection, and that's why I didn't do anything.
same.
That's why I was stagnant, because I didn't want anything but perfection, and that's the hardest lesson I had to learn in
Yeah.
my entire life. My whole fucking world just shattered, and I realized like, damn, I was doing it wrong. Why couldn't I do X, Y, and Z? Oh, because I was too busy being a bitch, and I wanted it to be perfect. Because that was
My mom's here.
I work in
This
a
my
high
podcast
my
is
school.
rated
apologies.
I
PG
My
hear.
13.
apologies, Miss Brown. My
I
apologies,
work
Miss
in a
Brown.
high school. I
I am a very
hear
Oh,
passionate.
worse than that.
oh, no,
I'm a
she
very
It's
wouldn't.
passionate
okay.
wolf.
You were speaking your truth. It's fine. It's
It
good.
it hurts. It really does hurt because I really want like the perfection to be true. Like I'm striving for something, and the perfection is what's making me go on. But that ain't true. That really
Mhm.
isn't true because there's nothing perfect in this world, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
For
think
sure.
just a touch point, and that's pretty much what I was gonna say, but we'll get to that later. But it's like I think throughout me just like I said on the last podcast, how like when people say like, oh, they're proud of me and like they're excited for me and whatnot, I don't really feel it because I'm not feeling that myself. In some aspects, and this is probably yeah, this is probably news to my mom, but yeah, sometimes I don't know, I feel like that, and that's just something with me that I do because she knows like if it's easy, I'm not gonna do it. I'm the complete opposite. Like if like I want to challenge myself a lot. And I feel like if it's not a challenge to me, then it doesn't require my time or my energy. So it's like me being the person that I am, and I've said this before, it's like I work best under high pressure environments. I work best at when a situation requires me to bring out my fullest. And I'm always wanting to test my limit and always wanting to test my capacity to do something, but it's like
See,
the thing with perfection that I've learned as of recently, with just talking to you guys and just um these new steps in my life that I'm taking to just do stuff and just the routes that I'm looking at and the route that I'm taking now, it's like the conception and the definition of perfection has to change personally. And Wolf, I know you'll feel this when I say it, because we're in the same boat. Um, our perfection is gonna be something that we worked on, and we know that we gave every single last bit of ourselves to whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And when I mean everything, I mean literally. After this, we're gonna go in like a 2 month coma. We sleep. We done. We're exhausted. No, whatever it may be. Whatever. If you're writing a piece, if I'm making a work of art, that's our definition. That's our conception of perfection. Where it's like everything that I wanted to express, everything that I wanted to implement in this work of art, because that's pretty much where we're doing this. It's art.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna be our perfection. That's gonna be that feeling of gratitude that we have for ourselves, where it's like I gave it my all. I'm proud of myself, and we I don't want to say we have to find like a supplement for it, but in order for us to achieve that, there's going to be a tournament arc. There's going to be a training arc for that. There's going to be an arc that requires us to literally put everything that we have and just kind of tear apart ourselves and put it all on the table to see what we're working with, you know?
Yeah, I get you. I get you. Just excuse the ice cream truck right behind you.
You doing
It's
a
hot out
show on
here,
the
bro.
porch?
It's hot out here, bro. It is
I feel
87
that.
degrees.
It was
You
90
guys are
today, bro.
uncomfortable. Anyway, the moral of the
87.
story is,
Yeah,
I know it's weird. It's weird.
tough.
It's just uncomfortable. Anyway, you and I are a little bit different, but the goal is pretty simple. Like perfection is like not impossible. You want to get to the point where you can get towards perfection. I was different to where like I cannot do this thing because I am not perfect.
Okay, then yeah, we
Mine
definitely
was
yeah.
literally a black and white.
Yeah.
That type. What the?
Bruh.
I'm gonna need
Uh,
y'all to skip me.
and
Ice cream truck.
nah, I get.
Right next to my
Oh
window.
God.
Oh my god.
Dude, nah,
Did you really go out there to get out the ice cream man?
That is crazy.
nah, I got you, Wolf. I got you now. I got you now.
That is crazy.
All right. SSJ, what's your piece, man? What you got for us?
Um, I mean, you guys kind of on everything, so
Nah.
so
You, you,
it's
you
pretty
hey,
it's pretty
man.
difficult to follow that because the first thing is what Miss Brown said when she said I forget the exact words. People don't feel the same way you do,
Yeah, it's
and
I
it's
pretty
think
like
much
the
she
same
you
said.
way.
know you get so
Yeah,
passionate about things.
yeah.
I'm paraphrasing. Um,
You did well.
that that was the first thing I thought about. But going back to when I was younger, I want to say you can't please everybody
Mhm.
because in my younger days, I used to be a real people pleaser,
Mhm.
and then I learned I that wasn't healthy for me. So I got out of that, thankfully, and that'll be one of the things that one of the hardest truths to learn.
Yeah. Um.
And some people don't deserve your
Yeah.
pleasure, for lack of better terms.
Yeah.
So
Not everyone deserved it. Most
yeah,
definitely.
you definitely got to find the right person that deserves it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. For
Deserves
sure.
you, not even what you offer, but just you as a whole.
Hmm.
Everybody can't take, and yeah, so you definitely have to feel the energy of people and realize who needs to be like in your space and who deserves or can, you know, I
Fathom.
guess take all that
Yep.
you have. So, because
Mm.
everybody can't do that. So, you definitely have to be picky about who you share yourself with. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with that.
Most
Took
definitely.
me some years to learn that, even after high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
some adults still don't get it. So you know,
Ruth.
Oh, Lord. She's an
hey,
adult now.
hey.
That's crazy.
Nah.
I'm working on it. I'm
Yeah,
working
this
on it
you're
because
gonna
I
have to.
know she is one like that. But
Yeah,
you know, it's her heart. So she has a really big heart, and she wants to, help.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
it's something that you see it in its purest form and know that the intention, is what it is, and
it's
you just
genuine. Yeah,
don't want, right, and you don't, and you can see because you've been through it and you just seen other people that that as cruel as this world can be, that they can pretty much take her and like swallow her up. So it's like, this is good, but you just can't share that with everybody because everybody can't handle what you have and they're going to try to take advantage of it, and it sucks, but unfortunately that's the
it's the
world we
evil
live
world we
in.
live in.
So exactly, so you gotta, have a little bit over that beautiful heart that you have and just know who is worthy of it and not just give it to everybody. So yeah,
Yeah, most definitely.
working on it. I was like, working on
Yeah.
it.
I think my truth that I had to learn hardest was I don't know, Blitz contributed to it and you, Mom. Uh, it's just that and Bruce Lee. But like I was saying, Blitz, it was like a couple podcasts ago. How with just like the Ace of all trades thing. That
Yeah.
was kind of my whole thing that I had to learn because I want whatever I'm involved in. I like to be like the best in my own respectful manner, you know. And it was kind of a I want to. It wasn't like a hard pill to swallow, but it kind of hit me where it was like, yo, I'm not the best. I'm not. You know, I can't do this like the best can. You know, and it's like I want to be. I don't
You want to be
want to
the
be
very
good.
best that no one else
Yeah,
is.
it's not to be like cliche, but it's like I want to be good or I want to be the best at what I'm involving myself in. You know, it's like one of my things is I want to be a world-renowned graphic designer. I want to be a world-renowned videographer, like a world-renowned photographer. But it's like you're doing all these things and you're putting yourself in all these fields that you have potential in, but what's something that you master? You know, what's something that you can definitively say in your own right, nobody can touch me, you know?
Right.
And that's like it was a hard pill to swallow it was a hard pill to swallow just be off the amount of sheer will, energy and time that I'm gonna have to put into what I'm being the best in. Um and also dedication. So that was kind of it wasn't like I said, it wasn't a hard pill. It was kind of like an awakening moment. It was like, all right, you're really in the mud, so it's like there's no backing out now. So it's like it's either it's either you good or it's either you the best or you're not, you know. So
Right.
I think that was my hardest one, where it's like, all right, I guess I'm really in the ish now, so I don't have a choice. I gotta do it. There's not saying there's no other path, but it's like me knowing me and what I just said, like testing my limits. So it's like, yo, this is this is you, and it's gonna break you down and it's gonna build you up. So it's like it's either you here or you not, you know. So that's my hardest truth, I guess.
So I have a question for you, piggybacking off of that. I probably said that wrong, but it's late. I don't care. Um,
you you really
uh,
are Kenpachi.
Hey, man, this is where I get it
and,
from.
uh, um, because I want to make sure I understood what you said. Were you saying that? you've come to the realization that you can't be the master at one particular thing, or
I
I just
can't
want to
be
make
the
sure I understood what
master
you're
at
saying.
or the best at the multiple things I'm involved in.
Everything.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah,
Oh, okay. All right, then we're good.
yeah, yeah. No, I can definitely be
I
the
didn't
master
want
at
to.
something. I have to.
Yeah, no, and that's what I, was just thinking because I know just something um that my dad, granddad,
Hmm.
uh taught me growing up, and um just as a minority female, that you need to be skilled in multiple things because you need to be able to have a plan, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, what have you.
Hmm.
Am I off again? Am I still here?
No, you get, you get.
No, you're good.
Oh, okay. All right. Um, but you need to have multiple skill set in order to fall back on. So if for whatever reason you aren't able to do this, then at least you can do these other things in order to make money. So um, I feel that as long as you're good and the best that you can be in whatever your passions take you, then you're good. So if it is the um, multiple areas that you want to do it, want to learn and become the best in, um, I think it's better than putting yourself in a box
Hmm.
because then everybody's going to want you in that box and think you, and when you realize, you know what, I can do more things than what this box is allowing me to, then everybody else might be like, nah, but you've been in that box for, 10 years, or you've been doing this one thing. Why don't you just stick with doing that one thing? So I think it's good that you're like starting out with your hands in other things, but you do just need to make sure that you do those things well. Not that I'm gonna do a little bit of this and do a little bit of that, and that you don't do anything well, but just as long as you are doing, all of those things well. So
Mm, most
I just
definitely.
wanted to say that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks, mom. I appreciate
Anytime,
the
son. You're
words
welcome.
of encouragement.
Wow.
All right.
Does he do that all the time, Ms. Brown?
Do what?
Like that little mocking thing he just did? Does he do that all the time
Oh
around the
my
house?
gosh. Yes.
We do it all the
Hey,
time.
and
All
some
right.
kid.
Because
Hey,
here
yo.
he does
All
it all the time.
right.
We want to fight him
So
sometimes.
he does it here too? Oh,
Yeah, we
okay.
want to fight him most times.
Oh, okay. Well, you want the address?
Yo, whoa,
Whoa!
whoa. What's going
Whoa!
on? Yo,
Whoa!
yo.
The block is hot.
The block is hot.
I'm not
That's
That
saying I'm
tough.
gonna be there, but some others might.
some other people definitely. So I'm gonna need.
All those people that you're yelling at all hours of the night? That's
Yes,
Mm.
yes, yes.
oh,
Mmm.
Oh
okay.
yeah, but she heard me yelling at Ben's other day.
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you too.
Nah, fuck that.
Yeah, yeah, that was yeah.
Nuts.
But moving
He does
on.
need to get better internet. Yeah.
He does. But yeah. Next question. And this is gonna be a more of a uh, how to put it? Psychological, I guess. Starting with you again, mother. Um, it's probably gonna pull on the brain strings a little bit.
More than you already did? Okay.
Yes, yes. This
Damn.
we're deeping
Damn.
into the universe now.
Oh, Lord
Eh.
Xavier. Okay.
All right. Can rational thought exist without language?
Xavier, come on.
Yo,
It
what?
is 10:30 at
Wait,
night.
first,
What
That
are
was.
you
first of
Damn.
all,
doing?
first
Damn.
of all, you added
Damn.
questions.
I okay, yeah. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. We'll go with
Where
the.
did that come from?
Like,
Yeah, I
I
added that
know.
one. Okay,
oh
okay, all
my
right. We'll go with the
goodness.
first one. We'll go. All right, all right.
She said it's a
Let's change it.
school night. What
Yeah.
the?
All right,
Boy, boy.
all right. We'll do a different one. We're doing different. All right.
Thank you.
What
D-O-I-N.
what is the benefit of consciousness from an evolutionary standpoint?
Jeez.
Like I see,
This,
but
that was better
Was
than.
was that? I feel like that was better. I feel like that was better. All right, I guess it wasn't. All right.
Can I
Well,
be last?
all right, yeah. All right, we can. All right. Blitz. We're gonna start you off.
Or does somebody else have a question that's not on the consciousness of the what's the
So
Black
somewhere
Panther joint?
eternity.
The ancestral plane, right?
The ancestral plane.
Yeah.
Miss Brown, I don't know. I don't know if you heard about when he went on a rant about existentialism and is his body really a
Yo,
Oh
body?
yeah.
Are
yo,
you really breathing, or are you
yo.
just a
Oh
figment of your
my
imagination?
God.
We're all sitting
Wow.
here like, yo, has he been drinking?
Yeah, listen, listen, listen.
He
All right.
probably found something.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Hey, I told y'all I was joking. All right.
Mm.
Mm.
All right. But Blitz, you're up.
I really got to answer this question, man.
You really do. It's crazy.
First of all, I feel like that question's really vague. Like benefit of consciousness from an evolutionary standpoint.
I'm mad confused on
I'm
this.
not exactly sure.
I don't even know how to answer
Let
this.
me
I
ask you this question.
guess. Oh boy.
Good. Thank you.
All
Let's
right,
not
let's
just
go. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm ready. I'm ready. It's cool. It's cool.
Well, now, how about you start us off so we can know where we going from there?
Okay, cool. All right. What is the benefit of consciousness from an evolutionary standpoint?
What's that even
That's an
mean?
I
essay
feel like
question.
the benefit. I feel like the benefit of it is that we're able to question our ability to question. Um, I feel like that is the most powerful thing that we have. Just being that I feel like with animals, it's like they have it's a set cycle, you know. And
Anim-
Oh,
What?
Huh?
What?
Chef, you
I'm
good?
understanding. I'm
Chef?
kind of understanding the question. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was
Okay.
like, is he playing a
My
game?
fault.
I
Like,
thought
what
he
is
was under
going
attack.
on?
Yeah.
No. I kind of understand.
Sorry,
the
Mr.
question.
Brown. He does that
I'm gonna go ahead. You can continue though.
All right, all right. So I feel like what differs us, yeah,
Why
what
wasn't
differs
that the
us,
question?
huh?
Makes us different from the animals? Why wasn't that your question then?
Well, I mean, I guess from I'm touching back on just the word evolutionary since
Gotcha.
we're evolving from them or
but I don't
yeah, evolving from our ancestors. I guess what sets us apart from them that benefits us so much cuz they stronger than us in muscle and body, but the
Hmm.
benefit that we have we're our ability to question, and that just stems into a lot of things. Um,
Quick question: are you saying that animals don't question?
no, I'm just saying like I
know.
know they do.
Talk
No, I
over
know.
it.
Nah, not deer.
Listen,
Yeah, I
Deer.
know they do. I know they do. Cause
listen,
it's like, cause it's
I've
like,
seen deer.
yeah, it's just like,
listen.
it's like our ability to question is like way more significant than they are. Cause it's like, if you, I feel like if you aren't able to question, where does behavior come into play? Where does where do traits come into play? You
Bad
know?
that I tuned out earlier
So a
in this
consciousness
conversation.
is
Yeah,
what you're
that's a,
saying.
yeah, that's literally the question. What's the benefit of consciousness? So
Oh,
it's like,
Hey, can I go ahead and go with instinct?
hey, that's I mean, I wasn't done, but
Because
who
in,
cares about
oh,
the host, But no, go
instinct
ahead,
lacks
instinct.
instinct lacks questioning because instinct is more of something like a muscle memory.
But where do you get that muscle
nah,
memory from?
nah. That
I
that
think
conscience is helping you, fam.
I think it's hereditary.
No, that's why I was going back to the deer.
Which,
If
but
that's if
but
that's the
how?
case, these deer will stop running into the road
But
with the
how?
lights.
That's all I'm saying.
They will stop running into
Like
the road with the
I
lights.
know how
But
funny it sounds. It was like the deer's like, what if I don't run into the road? You know what?
but you
Yo,
but
look,
but you gotta.
I heard Johnny went over there and ain't come back last week. Maybe I shouldn't go.
Yeah, it's like
But
maybe I should do something different. Maybe if this lightning that's coming down from the sky, maybe there's a way to channel it.
all right, hold on.
May,
I got two
like
things. First off, if if a deer runs into the road and gets hit, he can't he can't tell the other deer.
The other
no,
deer is
yo, obviously,
Let's talk about how
obviously,
consciousness evolved. The witnesses.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the witnesses are they adapt. That's the
Okay,
thing I'm trying to get at. Yeah,
it was
that's a
still funny. I wanted to say it, but the second
this
thing
this
is,
man Marty.
the second thing is, you got to think animals have been here longer than humans, so we're in their territory. So
We're
what?
not talking about territorial.
So
It's
I'm speaking about what Chef said. You think they'd stop running into the road? How about we think to stop making roads through their forests?
Hello?
Because we don't care
Preach.
about them. We only want what we want.
So
Oh,
you
Jay,
can't.
remember
You
when you had that idea to build a bridge over the road?
yes, I do. I was about to say that too. That's funny.
Build a
Oh my
bridge over
god.
the road.
I was young. I was young.
That's
I was
tough.
young.
He was
I was young. I was young.
No, hold on. What kind of bridge is this though?
You know,
It's
you
a
only
deer bridge. It's a deer bridge.
You know what's fun? No, it's all laughing
I
and
was
stuff.
caring for the animal. All right.
He was.
California actually is building a wildlife.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And y'all out here hating and it
Oh,
doing
God.
it.
Wow.
What are y'all gonna build a bridge with? Y'all running out of room.
That's
Bird down.
crazy.
What happens?
Yo,
California got bigger problems to worry about.
I like falling off the continent, but that's another podcast. But like I was saying, all right,
We're answering your
the
question.
ability the ability to question leads into multiple things. And I feel like questioning leads to adaptation. Questioning leads to inventing. That's what sets us apart significantly from our ancestors in an evolutionary standpoint. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Pretty much.
Okay, this guy.
I mean, I feel like that's the universal answer to that specific question. Because what I was going to add to that was, yeah, the ability to question is great because it adds on to that instinct that we're talking about. Because at the end of the day, we're still animals. We still have innate we can't control
Mhm.
that are reflexes more. But our ability to question our ability, and I was just going to say our ability to think and reason,
Mhm.
things that you can use on top of the instincts that we have that we're born with, all people are born with, to get to wherever we're trying to go. I don't know how much more our answers would differ from that, but I would just say, yeah, it's just another layer that we have that animals may or may not have because we don't know that monkeys don't have that ability to
Yeah.
sort of logic and reason, question things. So
Mhm.
Damn, you got me trying to channel my inner Aristotle. I need you to calm down.
That's what I try to do all the time, yo. Like,
but it's 10:30 at night on a Wednesday. I got a raid in BO coming up. in
yo,
45 minutes.
I don't care.
I do.
Alright. Yeah,
You do.
dang. All right. Anyone else have at least any answers that differ from mine or
What you
Blitz?
said?
Yes.
Seeing what happened to the Titanic, but that conscience
Um,
was.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
yo.
that didn't help. The
That
question
conscience didn't help it. Yeah, that conscience didn't help if Iceberg was there or not.
You ain't see it.
All I'm gonna
So
say is cogito ergo sum. That's all I'm gonna say.
sure. All right. Well, I feel like all right. This is a better question. And
Is
I
it?
can yes. All right. I can start you off with this one, Mom. Is it better for a person to have a broad knowledge base or a deep knowledge base?
Mm,
That goes
wow.
back to your master of all, the jack of all
Yep.
trades.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
You really want to be the master of nothing, huh?
No, bruh.
You keep going back
Bruh.
to this theme.
I don't know. I just like the concept of it. This is like, cause like in today, okay, answer the question, but also tag with your answer, like a person functioning in today's
This is
society.
an essay. Oh my god.
Oh my, yo. But just think, like I said, would a person benefit more from broad knowledge base or a deep knowledge base in today's society? That's basically the question.
Oh, in today's society.
Yes,
You
I'm
just added
adding.
that on there, or
I'm
that
adding
was
the in today's society part.
Mm.
Oh, that makes it easier then.
Uh, Mom,
Who,
are you
who's
good?
first?
Oh, you good, Mom?
No
Yeah,
problem.
sorry.
Oh,
No,
okay.
somebody was calling me, so I had to decline.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Hey, priorities.
Yes. um, wow. Hmm. In today's society, hmm. I almost want to say broad, but then because there's so many people who could probably do that job or that position, and especially with technology and robots and everything else, I almost am leaning towards the deeper
That's exactly where
aspect
I was
of
going.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm thinking just because of where we're going, and that also goes back to your evolution of consciousness and all that other stuff.
For sure.
Um,
Wow.
you know what you said. I
All
just
right.
can't repeat it
This
right
bottle
now
really a
because
bottle. I can't believe you.
it's late. um, yes, that I'm going to go with B, the deeper plane with today's society
Mm. Okay.
for the reason I said before.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Blitz.
I tend to agree. Because Ms. Brown already said it to where I feel like, especially in this day and age where technology is so prevalent, it's we literally have a computer in our hand and in a pocket 24/7 to where you can look up just about anything about anything. Um, and I feel like if you have a broad knowledge base, it's kind of easier for just about anybody to do what you do,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
because they can just go to just about anybody that has. Because sometimes this kind of comes out in my job too, because so where like I work in health insurance, right? And I deal with in medical claims. I wasn't exactly trained in claims, but I can make deductions, or I can kind of figure out the gist of what problem is if I Google things. So
Right.
so it's like you don't necessarily have to have someone in medical school do my my job, because it's a lot more streamlined. The technology and the ability to get information is a lot more accessible now. But
Hmm.
at the same time, you do, I think, in this day and age, you do need people who are in depth in whatever field that they're in, whether it's medicine, um, law, education, whatever, to kind of be that wellspring of information, in order to, like, be that kind of like that source of maybe not a source of truth, like a dependable source, right? Oftentimes than not. I definitely agree. Deep knowledge base, or having an in-depth understanding of whatever it is, probably what I would prefer anyway.
Hmm. That's true. Um, Chef.
Yes.
All right. Uh,
That's him still thinking.
Sounded
That's
like he was
No, no,
ready
no.
for a
I
good
got
one.
my I have my answer. I have my answer from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? uh, hold on 1 second so I can close out Twitter.
see right
Chris
there.
Paul, Chris Paul tripping. I'm I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go with broad knowledge because that's literally what I'm doing at work, and that's how they trained me at college, my trade school for IT.
Hmm.
So basically, what they had me do was go through the operating systems first, get to know those. Then they had you go through the hardware, get to know that. Then they put you into more software, aka the Cisco's, like networking.
Mm.
You got to get to know that. You know what I'm saying? And then past that part, then you got to learn how to do servers and all the other stuff. They actually, what was it, like half a year they taught us how to do web development too.
Hmm.
I
So
wish I learned that in
especially in
college.
yeah, huh?
I wish I learned that in college.
Yeah, they had us doing a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, like specifically IT related, yeah, broad knowledge is needed. But overall in life, broad knowledge should be needed over deep understanding. Because I mean deep understanding is important, but if you have the ability and the attention to learn a whole bunch of other stuff at the same time, then I find that to be a lot better than just focusing on one thing straight.
Kind of like what my mom said, of just having that skill you can or multiple skills that you can rely on.
Yeah.
True.
Because that's literally what I'm doing at work. Because I'm refurbishing stuff at work, aka working on all the computers, trying to make sure all the switches and network stuff is working properly. Um, I mean, I wouldn't say customer service, but I'm learning how to talk to people because I don't like talking to people. But I'm learning how to
It's harder than you. It's harder than.
yeah. I'm learning the ways how to really talk around stupid people. Uh, I'm sort of dabbling into our store's website a little bit, but yeah, I'm basically doing a lot of stuff over there, and having all that knowledge about this stuff helps a lot. So yeah, broad knowledge is the way I'm going.
That makes sense. I can see that with certain trades. I mean,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
obviously you wouldn't go to, I mean, and obviously like medicine, you want your doctor to at least know some broad sense of whatever. But obviously, if you go to a specialist when you need deeper, issues with a specific, thing. So you don't want to
yeah.
go to your general physician for like everything, then
Right.
you're obviously going to need to. I don't want you performing surgery on me if you're not a surgeon. So I, it. I think it definitely relates to which specific topic or field you want to go into. But I can see
It's like you got your all-around players, basketball,
that.
and then you got your skill players,
Hmm.
aka just the shooters
Right.
Yeah.
that know
You
how
know
to
your
do
job.
literally one thing.
Exactly.
So
You got your filler episodes, and then you got your plot development. I feel that.
exactly.
Word.
The analogies, yo. Out here. Be out here. See, that's crazy though, cause everybody was like, "Oh, we had the same answer, bro."
I mean, they basically the same. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they sounded like that, Xavier, but
Not at
okay.
all. Not at all. That's crazy.
Oh boy.
Brian James over here and then Cal Korver on the other side.
Uh,
Utah Jazz, Kyle
Basketball
Korver,
stuff.
not Cleveland.
Yeah.
all
I know
right.
my analogies though.
All right. Wolf, what about you, my man?
Huh?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what
Ice
that
cream.
was.
No. I'm
Yeah,
here.
right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. He just got done beating up the ice cream.
Anyway, to be fair, my definition is not for when it comes to a deep knowledge base. It's mostly the first thing that kind of comes to mind is knowing one item and one item really, really well. To quote Bruce Lee, he said that he was more scared of he's not as scared. What's the
I know the quote.
yeah, you know the
He
quote, right?
he.
It was like
Yeah, I would rather a man. I'd rather fight a man. Oh no, I don't think it was rather
yeah,
fight a
I'd
man,
rather
but
fight a man who knows 100 different punches than to fight a man who knows one specific punch.
and can execute it in 1,000 different ways.
There you go.
Yeah. That was basically it wasn't the exact words, but that was basically the gist. Like I'd rather no, this was the quote.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm. Somebody
Be
Google
the
it.
yeah, I'm slipping.
Don't
Be
you
the
dare to say.
be the person that knows one punch and can execute it 1,000 like in 1,000 variations. Uh don't be the person that knows 1,000 punches and can only execute them once in like one
That's
variation.
not what he said, but
Oh, it's
okay.
not? Okay. Well,
I
I
know it.
don't believe that's what he said, but the moral of the
Oh.
story.
well, y'all get the moral of the story, bruh.
The moral of the story
But
is that
basically, what he
No.
said, was, I'd rather fight a person. I'd rather not fight a person that knows one punch, who's practiced one punch 1,000 times, than a person who's practiced 1,000 punches one time.
thank
I
you.
found a quote.
Thank you.
I
That's
found a
exactly
quote.
what it is. Mike. Thank
It's
you.
not exactly what it is, but
That's not
I messed
exactly
up the
what it is.
first
He's
part.
talking about kicks in this quote that I'm reading.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's the same thing. It's
Wow.
the same thing.
That's
Let me get y'all straight though. Let me get y'all straight.
Yeah,
Tough.
straighten this up.
Fear
Verbatim.
not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once. No, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times.
Yes.
See,
we were
thank
all
you.
wrong.
But however, he also said be like water, and what does that mean?
Formless.
Mm.
Oh.
Mm.
Flawless.
Formless.
He means you have to be adaptive.
Yeah,
Yes.
he literally said like have a rhythm but no rhythm. Like your rhythm is no rhythm.
Man's a
That's
walking
literally
contradiction.
that.
Makes
Oh
sense.
wait,
It
make
makes
recipes.
sense.
No,
It
that
really
particular
makes
quote makes
sense.
sense when you think about it.
No,
Yeah.
But
it does.
you have to be flexible. That's what he's
But
saying.
no, I'm just trying to play devil's advocate.
Spell. Can you
The
spell
moral
it?
of the story is,
He said
I
spell advocate. He said plus spell devil's advocate. Shut up, yo.
Like I ain't got Google in front of me right now.
Ah,
so
dang. So are you really spelling
I
it
would
though?
hope you wouldn't need that.
Wait, what are we spelling?
Devil's advocate.
Oh, I want my third grade spelling bee. I can help you with that.
Oh my god, yo.
Uh,
That being said,
That's tough.
Did he even finish his comment?
oh yeah,
I'm
did you?
done. No.
Oh, my
Fuck
bad.
it,
My
move on. It
my
don't matter to me. It
bad.
don't
Oh, wait.
matter to me. Go
My
on.
bad,
Was it
bro.
Wolf or Marty's turn?
Yeah,
It was
my bad.
it was
I was just adding my 2
I'm over it,
cents.
bro.
Nah, say your
Crazy.
piece. Say it. Say
No,
your truth,
I
sis.
spaced out anyway. It don't matter to me.
Wow.
Jesus.
Dang. You ain't space over that you ain't space out over Nintendo Direct, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Mm,
Bitch, I totally
mm.
did.
All
Shit. All the
right.
fucking RPGs I could
All
care
right.
less.
You're right. You're right.
Who's next?
Uh,
All right.
that's just
So
it. Yeah.
I got you. Broad knowledge. I say that because piggybacking off of what Chef said, I'm also in the IT field and I'm also in the military. And in the military, you don't just know one thing. You know many things because you don't just deal with your job. You deal with the because you have your job, which isn't just what people think. It isn't just going to war, shooting, all that stuff. You mean some sections have vehicles, so you at the lower level have to know how to check your vehicle. You also have to know how to check your weapon to see if it's okay. You also got to make sure all your equipment is okay. And being in the IT field, I think having a broader knowledge is a lot better because you can do more. Taking that to the civilian world, that gets you paid more and knowing more things. So the more certs you have in different areas of information technology, nets you more money. I can also say that for the video game industry, if you know how to program sound, if you know how to be a 3D, if you know how to code, um, graphic design, all like just if you touch those, you can acquire more payment for the broader knowledge that you have, which is why I would choose and believe in having a mix. Being versatile. I think it's a double-edged sword in some aspects. However, it can benefit a lot more than I think people gives it credit to.
Hmm. That's respectable. I'll say. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that's most definitely respectable. I feel like that was kind of my thing. Uh, with just kind of how Blitz said, the master of none. Where I was feeling like, yo, I know all these things. Like I have a broad knowledge base, but deep down, that feeling of me being proud of myself is gonna only come from me being the master of something, like being in my own respective right. So I guess it really all comes down to how deep you want to get, with just if you just want to be successful life-wise and just having a way of life. And if that truly makes you happy, then that makes you happy. I can't take that away from you. Um, but also like internally, are you gonna feel satisfied? You know, are you gonna feel like, yo, this is something that I have, for me. How's that water?
drink more of it.
Delicious.
But yeah, that's my TED talk.
Sure.
Uh, yeah, I think yeah, we definitely 2 hours and 43 minutes in the podcast, and I think that is a perfect time
42.
to end it. That being said, Mom, I appreciate you coming through. Would love to have you on the podcast again. Maybe I can let you know what the questions are so you have more time to think.
Especially if you're doing that
If a
topic.
rational thought exists without language, so that question
That's
will
up,
be popping up
yeah.
again, and y'all gonna have time to think. Cause I wanna know.
Pop it up on the time I'm not here. Okay.
Wow.
I
Thank
love
you.
you.
Love you too, mom.
Thanks for coming, Mrs. Brown.
Thank you,
Thank you
Mr.
for
Ben.
having me.
No
Thanks,
problemo.
guys.
Appreciate it.
Bye
Peace
bye.
and hair grease.
Adios.
All right.
How does she
Blitz.
do it, yo?
Yeah. What?
Dealing with you and all that.
All
All
right. All
those
right.
essay
Love.
questions,
All
bruh. Nah,
right.
bruh.
Yo.
Love.
Throwing everybody off and whatnot.
Listen, bro. I do me. All right. That being
I
said,
do me too. I do me too.
that
Word.
being said, we gonna go
Oh,
ahead
I dropped it.
in the podcast right here. This is a pretty good podcast. I'm not
So,
gonna lie. This was cool. This is cool. Um, Blitz. Any closing words for the people?
Yeah, another successful podcast. And oh, by the way, so those that know me know I am a Soul Calibur enthusiast. I
Yes.
did want to let everyone know that I'm actually entering my coming up this weekend, September 7th at 4 o'clock. It's called Soul Calibur 6 Soul Edge 5. Weird name, but whatever.
Do you have the
Um,
link I can post in the chat?
yeah, I was actually going to put the link in the chat. It's going to be at twitch.tv/the online arcade. As of right now, I think there's like 22 or 23
Uh-huh.
participants in it right now. However, there is there's a few names that I recognize that have been in the majors. So, especially Sane, he's a player.
Mm-hmm.
As of right now, if I win my first pool, I'd run right into him. That'll be, um, but yeah, twitch.tv/the online arcade. I'll drop it in general as soon as I find it. But yeah, that's coming up this weekend, and yeah, I'm gonna do my best to not die.
There's a link in the chat. All right, we're gonna go ahead. I don't know if I can. Uh, I don't know if I can like restream it because I want to do like a live reaction
it's all
type
good.
thing.
I'm gonna just
But
follow the page and
Is that DOA?
good from.
yeah, but link is in chat.
Yeah,
Go
he's
ahead,
hosting his
support my
POA stream right
man.
now.
Go ahead, support my man Blitz in his upcoming endeavors. Cause he definitely gonna need it. And yeah,
It'll probably be fine. I mean,
yeah.
I don't expect to get all that far, to be completely honest. I'm just trying to, like I said, it's my first tournament. I'm just trying to have fun. Just whatever. So
Yeah.
it should be fun.
At least he's gonna have fun. Yeah, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Just having fun. And yeah, Chef, any closing words?
No.
All right. No Titanic. Oh wait, that already happened. You
Yeah,
already
you
you already got that
you-
piece. Yeah. Uh, nitrous oxide mouse wolf. What about you? Closing words.
Shout out to Easy Pups.
What is that?
he got ice cream after.
Oh, you hilarious, yeah.
That's crazy. That was funny. He wanted to go chase that man down the block.
That's hilarious. Did he leave once you bought something?
He left immediately after.
That's crazy.
He was yelling at him.
I actually didn't
Yeah,
get
what the
ice cream.
Oh, you didn't?
That would have been fun. You should have just ran with
Wow.
it. That would have been a funny joke.
It was
Come
funny
on,
though.
Wolf. You gotta catch the cues, yo.
See, fool, you didn't have to explain what you said.
Alright, SSJ, closing words to the people.
Mm, safe this hurricane.
Yeah, pray for the people down the south.
Yeah, stay safe out there and stuff. Y'all should have
Yep.
left already. To be
Yeah,
honest. Whatever.
yeah. I heard that category. What was it? 5 category.
Yes.
Something
Yeah,
like that.
category.
It got reduced to a category 2 tropical storm. I thought.
I heard there's
Did
another
it?
one that's starting to form right behind it.
That's-
Oh, that might be what I'm talking about then.
That's crazy. Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, they
it's
got.
that
yeah,
time of year. It's hurricane.
Either way, Either way, stay safe. Make sure your loved one's good. If you living up north and you
Make
got
sure you
siblings or
talk to your
relatives down
insurance
south,
company.
yeah,
Talk
get
to-
insurance in order because that storm don't got insurance most definitely. I don't care about none of that. So yeah, that being said, this was Kenpachi's Room, episode 19. I want to thank everybody for coming through. I want to thank my mom. I want to thank Blitz. I want to thank Chef. Thanks Nitrous Oxide, Mouse Wolf, and SSJ for all coming through. Appreciate
Hey!
y'all. Y'all the boys, you feel me? And an apple a day keeps the doctors away. Peace.
Make one for.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna put y'all on the game real quick. Monster Girl Island prologue, Steam. Go ahead, do
Um,
that to yourself.
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.